Hello, hello, hello! Oh my word, folks! It's time for a new save game. I should turn down the music for me as well as you. So I can hear myself think, gang, how are we all doing today? I hope everything's working. Not that anything shouldn't be working, but, you know, it's a WorkTheSpace stream. Stuff breaks all the time. I'm really, really excited for a new save game. Why can I not hear myself like I normally can? That's weird. Can I fix that? Can we fix that? If I do this, and then this, can I hear myself now? Hello? That's weird. I can't hear myself. Well, we'll worry about it later. I'm not muted. I mean, I'm not muted for you guys. I can't hear myself. Normally I can hear myself in my own ears, but I can't today. Weird. Well, chat, let me know if the audio balance is all okay. I told you stuff wouldn't work. I know you can hear me. I can't hear myself. James's Pinky, mate, thank you so much for the 10 months with the Prime. And also JNHDMS. Thank you for the reason, mate. 9 months in a row, 14 months total. 14 months of quality bants and memes. Do we use the word bants here? Is bants allowed? Is bants allowed as a word? We'll go with it. Well, I'll allow it on this occasion. You think I should sign in Mbappe? Right, you know what? It's not allowed. It's not allowed. The word bants is banned, everyone. I've decided. The Hairy Biff, thank you very much for subbing with the Prime. Chat, I wanted to look more Viking-y. So I spent the whole day the whole week, rather, not shaving. I can't grow a beard. This is a week without shaving. Do I look grizzly? No. Do I look grizzly up close? No. No, I don't. Oh dear. Cameron Rosser, thank you very much for subbing for 7 months. Hope you're doing well, Jack. Really enjoying your content, especially parts Prime. Thank you, mate. Why can I not hear myself? This is really weird. Can I fix this live? It's very risky as a streamer, touching streamer stuff whilst you're live. Why can I not hear myself? Do I really want to touch this now, chat? Do I really want to fudge with this now? What if I untick it and tick it? That's not done anything. Can I hear the beep? I can't hear the beep. Is the beep... I don't know what's happened. I'm going to be honest, my stream deck, it says it's set up correctly, but it's definitely not. It's definitely... What if I just click that and then click back here? No. Turn off the headset on and off. Sorry, did that go loud for you guys? So I told you stuff wouldn't work. First stream of the new save game. It was never going to go smoothly. Can the headset turn back on? Are we turning back on? Hello? Hello? I can't hear myself. It's not working, chat. The music's now stopped right at the moment where it now... I don't know if my headset stopped. Wait! It's working. It's working now. It's bloody working. I just had to turn it on and off. Why do I need to hear myself? Because if you can't hear yourself and you have loud music on, or just music on in general, it's tricky. Oh, I think I know what's happened. For some reason, my music on my slider is also affecting my mic volume. That's odd. Right, there's a fix for this. The fix is that I turn down the music in OBS, then I turn it down for me, and then I turn it up for you again. Chat, please let me know if the volume's okay. Is that fine? Is that okay for you volume-wise? I can now hear myself, and I think you can hear the music still at an acceptable volume. I think we fixed it. I think we've done it, everyone. I know, I'm a genius. Bow to me. Elite BC, mate, thank you for the 2 months of the resub. And Summer Risen. Thank you very much, Sam. I appreciate it. Strapped in for this, Jack. Excited for a new session. Mate, I'm really, really excited for this. Obviously, Socho has ended. Newsflash, you know, if you were watching that, apologies. Basically, we were finishing second to PSG 2 years in a row, signing only French players, and the save game was just going to get very stagnant, I felt like, for the next few years. I wasn't really looking forward to playing it. And when your job is to play a Football Manager save game on the internet, not enjoying or not looking forward to playing the save game that you're streaming is a little bit tricky. So I appreciate for some people that might be it dying a premature death, but we are starting something new today. Speaking of which, should we get in game? We should get in game. We're managing in Iceland, everyone. We're managing in Iceland. I am wearing, by the way, an Iceland football shirt. Now, I got this shirt as like a mystery shirt box that my brother bought me last summer. And I remember that I got this shirt and it just didn't fit me at the time. Couldn't squeeze into it. Well, as you know, I've been on the grind, folks. I mean, not for a few months really, but I lost a fair amount of weight over the kind of start of the year. And it fits me. I got it out of the packaging for the first time since I tried it on, and it fit me, so that was good. That was good. That was a feel-good vibe. It might even fit me even better by the end of the save game. Hanshul, mate, thank you so much for the 15 months. Just says, yay, WTS race. Can we get some Mark Baduka spam in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? Why am I clapping? That's really obnoxious. Polizia, thank you very much for the gifted sub to Stevie T. Why can I not talk? That's quite an important thing to be able to do, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know how to say our team's name. I'm just going with Fjölnir. Fjölnir, please. Can we all just agree that's correct? When I tweeted out about the save game, some people said, can't wait for you to say all the names, Jack. I bet you've learned all the names. I mean, here is the names, just speaking of which. Let's just shuffle this across so you can see the names. I've repositioned my face cam. I don't know if I like it or not. Also, is that the right view? Why does that not look right? It is right. It just doesn't look right for some reason. My face cam's in the way. We can make my face smaller. Let's do that. There we go. Now you can see the names. I think nicknaming is going to be essential here because we do have a striker called Jonasson and one called Jonsson. And that's going to get very, very confusing, isn't it? Let's be honest. You're not going to remember it. I'm not going to remember it. We got to be realistic here. Aiken Tiberius Stoneman, mate, thank you very much for resubbing with the 6 months. I'm glad I'm not doing this stream drunk, otherwise I would not be able to say your name. Thank you, mate. Did I watch the GB hockey game? I did watch us get spanked by the Finns. Was it 6-0 in the end? I lost count. I think it was 6-0 it ended. It wasn't great, was it? It's like Thor's hammer with an F. Is it Fjölnir? Fjölnir? If you're from Fjölnir, which I believe is actually not a place, it's just... Well, maybe it is a place, but they're based in Reykjavik. Maybe Fjölnir is an area of Reykjavik. I don't know. I know I'm wearing an Icelandic shirt. I know nothing. We're here to learn together, everyone. Millsy, thank you so much for subbing with the Prime. So let's go over this save game. So what is that? What is the plan? Well, first things first, we're managing Fjölnir, who start in the 2nd tier of Iceland. Now, they have some good youth recruitment and some good training and youth facilities, but they're not the richest team in the league. They have about the 4th or 5th largest wage budget of the 12 teams in the league. And, well, in this Icelandic league, we play every single team twice. That's right, it's a 22 league game season with some cups, games at the start of the year, kind of a league cup with all top tier teams as well. So that should be an interesting experience to test ourselves against the better teams. In fact, I'm looking at it now. The first game's in 9 days. That's going to be fun. We're going to have to figure that out. But yeah, the actual league season itself is only 22 games. So because it's a short season, I'm hoping we're going to get through seasons a little bit quicker, which, given the fact this is a save game where I kind of want to build up Iceland as a nation, I think it's going to suit things quite well. Of course, last year we managed in Sweden, and I had a load of fun at Brommapoikina. I'm hoping we can capture some of the magic of last year's save game in a bottle and bring it over to Iceland. So that's the plan. Aiden G is redeemed to check out a player. Aiden, who are you wanting me to check out? Who do you really want me to check out at this moment in time? Let me know, mate. So yeah, we're going to learn together. Anna, is this a real name? Here's the thing. With Icelandic names and more complicated names, the more complicated it gets, the more I'm convinced that it's going to be like a troll name. You want me to check out a player who plays for us? I mean, I probably would have checked him out anyway, but I appreciate it. The fact he's one of my own players and I don't recognise him. Look, I've just walked in the door. So earlier on this week, we did set up some basic tactics and just have a look around the squad. This guy is probably our best player, but he's in on loan from... They have letters that don't exist in my alphabet. Olympic Torch Team. That's an official name, Olympic Torch Team. He's in on loan from them. He does look quite good. I don't know how much he's going to play for us because we drafted up our kind of best 11, which wasn't a great 11. We have a lack of centre-backs and wide players in depth. So actually, in the end, we've gone with a narrow system, which probably means he won't get that many minutes. But, yeah, as I said, we've got this League Cup shebang starting soon. And within the first division, there's some interesting rules which are going to make things pretty challenging, I think. So if we just look at the rules, and these also apply to the Premier League. So in the Icelandic Premier Division, you're only allowed to have 3 non-EU players in your starting 11 on a match day. Players who have trained at the club for 3 years between their 15th and 21st birthday are automatically eligible to play in all matches. There's no registered players there. You know, if a player's homegrown at club, they don't have to be registered, but I believe at least. But there are quite strict rules around homegrown players, if I'm not mistaken. So when it comes to squad registration, you have to have a minimum of 8 players trained at the club for 3 years. So you've got to have 8 homegrown at club players in your registered squad of 25. So whilst we might progress quite far in Europe, it's going to be a bit of a juggling act because I can't just bin off players willy-nilly. I am going to have to actually develop some of our own talent, which is going to make things interesting and pretty difficult, to be fair. So, yeah, maximum of, well, no more than 3 non-EU players in the starting 11. We've got to have 8 homegrown at club players in our registered squad. Season is 22 games long. There's lots of prize money on offer. So, yeah, it's gonna be a tricky save game. And if we just look at Iceland, so if we look here, we're semi-pro. The big boys in Iceland, which I'm assuming IBV, well, they're the biggest team in our division. They are semi-pro. And then within the Icelandic Premier Division, I think there are a couple of Premier League clubs. Or maybe there's not. Valur, semi-pro. Is every club semi-pro? I was just under the impression that someone must be professional, but no one's professional. So if one team becomes professional, I have successfully built a nation, everyone. That's what I'm going to claim. You can't take that away from me. The nation must have improved for someone to go professional. That's the logic I'm going with. Faffers, thank you so much for the 9 months. And also, David Martin, mate, thank you for someone with the Prime too. Is there a team who's professional? I thought that was a professional squad personality. You've been bamboozled there, Mr. Enforcer. You've been done there. They've got you. So yeah, we're going to kind of just vibe it out, I feel like, first year. In terms of the actual team itself, we don't have a lot of money. Expectation this year is a top 3 finish. That would not be promotion this year, a top 3 finish. Top 2 get promoted, I believe. Does second go into a playoff? No. Okay. So it's just 2 teams up, 2 teams down. And yeah, the league season's pretty short, and it runs between May and September. So it's a short season. Obviously, if we get into European competitions, it's all going to get a little bit messy in that regard, but that's part of the fun with these save games. And right now, we've got £6 to spend. You might be wondering, Jack, first stream where you set up your tactic, did you make any transfer plans? I don't know if it's a good plan. But Asabo Jayan, I mean, his name rhymes with plan. El Jayan doesn't really work like El Plan, does it, as a nickname? So I don't know if this is a smart move, because I don't have the money for it. But when has that ever held me back from making a decision on something? So, yeah, I mean, we've got £6. Realistically, Season 1, I think, is about just surviving with our current squad and then evaluating things. So we've got obviously our typical pre-season friendly. And then we are going to have the pre-season League Cup, which is essentially what our pre-season is. I never managed in Iceland before, so I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it seems like most teams use the League Cup as basically their chance to have a pre-season. That's the vibe I get, at least. There is 4 groups. You play everyone once in the group, and then the top teams go through to semi-finals. Yeah, okay. It's fairly straightforward. It's a pre-season tournament. Top division teams are in it. We'll see how we get on in them. And you know what? I'm going to trust my assistant to know everything. Who is our assistant right now, actually? Probably should check that. I mean, we don't have a lot of money, so I don't think there's going to be a lot of picking and choosing. Gunnar Sigurdsson. Is that how I say his name? I hope it's correct. Assistant manager. He's not terrible. He's not the worst. He played for Fjölnir for a year at the end of his career. He's not amazing, is he? He's not amazing. He made 175 appearances. I'm not wowed. Is anyone else not wowed? Did I start with any decent youth players? Fantastic question. Elections on the horizon. It's going to be held in February. We're getting a new we might have a new chairman right away. That's very exciting. Also, chat, am I stretched out or am I going crazy? Why do I feel like I look stretched out? I don't think I am. I've just looked at the preview of the stream. I'm like, do I look wider than normal? I can make myself wider. Look, we can do this. Oh, click the wrong thing. Click the frame there, not me. How wide can we go? Oh, that's just extended the border. If I do this. Oh, God. What have I done? The undo worked. The undo worked. Should we just keep it like this? Maybe this is the future of streaming Football Manager. Maybe this is the future. This way I'm not covering anything important. I can play in windowed mode. This is the future, ladies and gentlemen. My forehead looks smaller than normal. I think we'll undo again. That's cursed. That's cursed. I'm sorry. It's gone, everyone. We'll have the memories forever of whatever that was. I don't know what that was. That was terrifying. I need to catch up on more subs. Light the Moon, mate. Thank you for 20 months. That's a very long time. You've been here since the Monopoly days. I realise if you're a newer viewer, you're sat thinking, wow, you used to stream Monopoly. No, not quite. Mate, thank you so much. And also Lou Boy coming in with the 3 years. Lou Boy, you've got a fancy thing next to your name in the chat. You should have you'll have the new badge, I think. Not many people have the 3-year one. Thank you, mate. Can you do it one more time so I can make my Twitter header? Do you chat? You think you want... That's the wrong... I've literally... Is anyone else getting deja vu? I've done it again. How did I do... How wide can this go? How wide can I make myself? Can we go wider? Oh, God. Is this too wide? Has science gone too far? I'm sorry. My teeth look mental. If I open my mouth... What am I doing with my life? I get paid for this. When people... Okay, I thought I could undo it for a second. That would have been a problem. When people say, chat, what do you do for a living? I'm just going to send them that picture. I'm going to introduce myself as manager. Pessimistic. Pessimistic. Well, that's a warm welcome, innit? You too, you lot. Expectations for this season, top 3. Good. Good account of ourselves in the cup. Right, I've saved it. We're no longer pessimistic. Look at that. Look at the green arrows. I'm so good. I'm so good. What's our stadium called? So we are Fjölnir and we play at the Fjölnisvöllur. Is that correct? I don't know. I need an Icelandic. There must be someone from Iceland watching. Is anyone from Iceland watching? I'm not talking about the supermarket. Before Mike, who patrols the frozen pea aisle at his local Iceland, turns up and tells me, oh, I'm from Iceland. No. So it's a bad joke. Don't do it. Inter-squad friendly. Guinness Gerton, I trust you. I trust you. I don't want to do friendlies. Leave me alone. How do I make them do training? Staff. Not training. Matches. Look, 2 friendlies. But there's 1 friendly every year. Then there's just the cup. I don't need to worry about friendlies. Hair Talk, mate. Thank you so much for the 9 months. Just says sub baby baby. I'm scared. There is a hawk making comments about babies in my chat. I'm not ready to open a falconry. I'm not from Iceland, but I did study Icelandic for a year. I don't feel like Icelandic is the typical language that people study for like a year. I can't imagine waking up one day and thinking, I'm going to learn Icelandic. Or as I'm saying that, I saw someone who learnt Finnish. But, so that's probably not... But I realise I'm a man in a glass house throwing stones, aren't I, really, here? Oh, there's a guy I've been recommended. What recommendation did you get? A minus. How much? How? 500 to £5,000. Can't afford that. Can't afford that one. This feels like a very early misstep. This feels like a very early misstep, doesn't it, really? But we learn from our errors. Season 1 is about learning. How much am I paying him a week? £150. I mean, he's not one of the biggest earners. Where is he? Wait, when does he join? Oh, he joins on the 18th. I thought he wasn't joining for like a year and I'd made a catastrophic error. He's going to attempt to start learning Icelandic. Can he learn Icelandic in 2 weeks, folks? Oh, we've got election fever as well. Bloody hell, it's all kicking off. Imagine if the new chairman sacked me right away. That would be awkward, wouldn't it? With Fjölnir set to hold elections this month, the Icelandic Football Daily has published a list of names expected to be involved in the preliminary process. The current chairperson, Geir Christiansen, deciding against it. There's a new chairman. Or chairperson. There's a new chairperson! Imagine if I get sacked in a week. Yes, poorly drawn Arsenal. Asimo Jayan's name. Can that really be... Yes, Jayan learn Icelandic? That is... Right, well, I guess election fever's taking over. I'm moving on from the pun. Weak potato. Mate, thank you very much for the 20 months. Did I read that one already? I don't think I did. Actually, there's a functionality that I have as a streamer where I can click on new subs and then I can dismiss it and say, yeah, I've read that one out. I don't use it. I feel like I do have a bit of finding, you know Dory from Finding Nemo. I think I have a bit of her energy. My more short-term memory is awful. Leave me alone. I don't want to do the meetings. How's the finances looking now? We still have £6 available. Because Giant isn't here yet. He joins on the 18th. Okay, we have to play KR without him, but then he can make his debut against Afterrelding. I realise now, as someone who struggles with names, I might have picked the wrong league. Oh dear. Imagine if I did get sacked right away. Imagine. It's not going to happen. We've got our first game in 3 days, everyone. Now, I do feel like we are going to need nicknames. Do we just call players by their first names? Because like, that's what a manager would do in real life. And I've got Hakan Ingi Jonsson, and then I've got Jonasson. So I've got Jonsson and Jonasson. That's going to get very confusing for everyone. I'm going to call and Andre Freya. I probably shouldn't just remove his last name. That's probably not allowed, is it? That is my Air Fryer. We could just give them all stupid nicknames. I mean, let's not forget that last year in Sweden we ended up calling a player the Pirate, just because he looked like the pirate from Dodgeball. So we could have the Dryer. Hakan Ingi. What does that sound like? Doesn't really sound like anything. Also, he probably is our best player, so maybe I shouldn't piss him off. He's quite good though, isn't he? For this level, 14 finishing with 13 composure, 14 off the ball, and pace. He should be good. He should be good. Should Hakan. He should be good. So we have got good youth facilities. Our actual youth production is not bad. But we've not got any players like immediately ready for the first team. To be fair, Sigurd Steidsson could be pretty good. In fact, he looks like he could be really good. Like, he's probably not got great attributes. But he kind of has them in the areas I would want them in for, like, this level kind of as an attacker, right? I might promote. Am I losing my mind? I'm promoting him. I've decided. I've decided, because we are playing with 3 strikers this year. So this is my plan tactic-wise. Now, few things to note with our squad. We have a lack of centre-backs. That's probably the first thing to note. I know it says we've got centre-backs. Some of these do not count. Okay? These stars, by the way, this is role suitability. When I click on some of these players and you see how good they... Well, you can actually see their current ability here, I realise. So, yeah. We kind of have 4 first-team centre-backs, and then we have players like Burnson, who... they're just... That picture is creepy, innit? It looks like... This is going to sound a bit harsh, Boldfin, so if you're watching, apologies. It looks like someone has taken his face and then, like, photoshopped all the features on his face smaller. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's lots of space around his eyes and his mouth and stuff. It looks as if someone has shrunk his face inwards. You know, like, you get the dumb filters. I mean... He's one of my centre-backs this year, and I'm just insulting him. And the other player we've got, who's even worse, is Daniel Smari Sigurdsson, who... I mean, if this man ends up playing centre-back for me at all this year as 5th choice, I'm trying to find a positive. I'm trying to find a positive for him, and I think it's the fact he's either-footed. I think the fact he's either-footed might be the only positive, and he's trained okay. Oh, yeah, chat, what do we think of the shirt? Holly, thank you for the I've got my Iceland shirt on. I actually already had this shirt, and I forgot about it until this week. He's either-footed because he's equally bad with both feet. Imagine, chat. If that's actually what it is, it's going to be a disaster. He has a name I could pronounce. Maybe that's the redeeming factor. But if you just put minimum ability to 3-star, we don't have a lot of quality. But you know what? We're going to play songs with a bit of a sorcery feel like this. And we're gonna transform this bunch of Icelandic winners. I was going to call them losers because they've just been relegated. But they're winners in my eyes. And we're going to make them into something special. We've got pacey forwards who can dribble and finish. That's basically our strength, is we have lots of strikers. And we have Thomason, who I think is 6 years old. But he's got 1 jumping reach and 1 strength. And he's inconsistent. And he's injury prone. Is that all the negatives? He can play centre mid. But I think he could be quite good. Also, I think he might be lying about his age, though. I mean, most people lie about their age, like, downwards, don't they? Like, you hear the stories of players, like, claiming that they're, like, 30 and they're actually 20. Yeah, well, no, sorry, claiming they're, like, 20 and they're actually 30. This guy's here going, I'm 16! It's like, no, you're not. No, you're not, Alexander. No one's had the heart to turn him away because he's quite quick at running, even if he can't jump and has no strength. So, we've got Thomason, who will probably play for us at some point because he's actually quite good. And then in terms of centre mids, it's not amazing. Like, we've got Paulson, who is just... I mean, he has lots of negatives. We've got Gudmundsson, Karl Gudmundsson. Now, I know the way it works in Icelandic is, like, they have the last name son, as in son of Gudmund. But if your name's Gudmund or Gudmunda, don't name your kid Gudmunda as well. Because you're already giving him the last name, Gudmundsson. No, you don't need to name him after yourself twice. That's a bit much. Should we just call him Carl? He does look like a Carl, doesn't he? We'll call him Carl. He is one of our better players. Can we send him on a coaching, leadership course or coaching? I'm going to go coaching. We probably can't afford it. I'm calling him Carl. Your parents named you terribly, even though I know that's traditionally how Icelandic names are done. I'm sorry. I don't actually mean it when I say it's terrible. You are Carl. He looks like an Ed. Are you saying that because he looks like Ed Sheeran because he's a bit ginger and has some bum fluff, chat? Look, we don't stereotype here. Not everyone who's ginger with a beard is Ed Sheeran, folks. How do I say this letter? Because is that like a TH sound, like Fallhausen? It's a bit scary, Icelandic, isn't it? It's a bit scary. There's letters that I look at and go, that language, that doesn't exist in my... So it's like in the name for. Okay, so for Halson. Or Ori. For Halson. I will definitely shout Ori in a mood with him when he misses chances. He's actually quite good, isn't he? He has 13 passing and 14 vision. He is the one player in our team who knows how to pass, I bet. So we did do a little bit of a squad review last stream when we were just kind of checking out the team and trying to decide on a save game. So he and Carl are actually the passers in the team, along with our left back and right back. I mean, of all the players to be able to pass in this system, I suppose the fullbacks is probably like quite a good area of the pitch to have players who can pass. I mean, Jonsson can't defend at right back, but it's not relevant, is it? Also, he is way better going forward than he is defensively. I'm going to play him on wing back. And then Juliusson. We should just call him For. His name's For. Can I call him For? Isn't it? Is that his middle name there, or is that like a double barrel last name? I don't know how it works in Iceland. They all have 3 names. For. He's got good passing. He's not amazing going forward because he can't really dribble. But I do think, given the fact that he's actually got good passing and okay technique in crossing and first touch at this level, maybe we should play with a fullback on attack on that side. I think that's the plan. I mean, I think this is an okay team. Defensively, we're good. We've got Gudmundsson here, who's amazing, and he's got a contract to the end of next year. He's really good. And we've also got Hjalmarsson, who's really good too. He's probably our best player, actually, Hjalmarsson. He's 18. He has no technical... He has one technique. He has one... He's still one of our best players. Let's just put him on no nonsense. He might not have any technique, but the man can jump, and he has a massive head, and he heads it well. And he can get stuck into a tackle. And he's determined, ladies and gentlemen. We should probably train him in just how to... Has anyone ever given him a ball? I feel like he spent his entire life chasing balls and got really good at the whole defending thing without being able to do anything else. So on there, I just called him a bit of a donkey. Squasher Clock's called him a bit of a donkey. He might be a donkey, but he's going to be our donkey. We have got, in general, quite a young squad, though, which is quite good, because as we mentioned already, in Iceland, 8 of your first-team players have to be homegrown at club. Also, what's my current squad size at? I promoted a few players. Okay, the squad size is at 13. So we have 23. Of 23 players in our first team, 14 of them are under the age of 20. So this is a young squad. Are you sure this isn't the under 13th? I could have misclicked. That is possible. But yeah, I think he is the main man. I think he could actually be really good for us. And I think with him and Gudmundsson, Gudmundsson does actually have the technique to play as a ball player at this level. So that's good. And the fans like him as well. How long's he been at the club? Look at that. Servant of the club. When they got relegated the first time, he stuck with them. Got promoted, then they did get relegated again. But he stuck with us through thick and thin. What a man. Hans Victor. Very, very good player. And then in the striking department, we've got Hafþórsson, who is kind of a more playmakery false 9, deep line playmakery kind of striker. Then we've got Jonsson. He is just the top quality advanced forward we need at this level. And then we've got Andre Freyr Johansson, who is, again, a bit more playmakery. We've got a few of these kind of forwards who are a bit more technical. You know, they're players who are like right wingers who can also play kind of in the middle. I look at this, I'm thinking Hafþórsson and Jonasson should be the other way around because Jonasson is left-footed. But yeah, I think deep line forward on attack or support. I don't think it really matters at this level. I think both on support. Or maybe both on attack. He's got 14 dribbling. I feel like we should make the most of that. They've both got 14 dribbling. They're both staying on attack. Yeah, we have £5 left on the wages, but I have just spent £150 that we don't have on Asamoah Gyan. I've not really thought about how he fits into the free striker system. Right. Does anyone else feel like we know what we've got ourselves into now? I feel like it's the first stream of a new team. It's like the first episode of a TV show. We have to learn who all the characters are. So we're taking on KR in our first game. Are KR good? Are KR, they won the whole league 2 years ago. They won the top league 2 years ago, and they have a stadium with a proper photo. Their key player is Halle Hansen. He's a bit better than my players, isn't he? He's a bit better than my players. He's played for Aberdeen. He made one appearance for Aberdeen and then he pissed back off to the Faroe Islands. I respect it. Decided Scotland wasn't for him, or maybe Scotland decided he wasn't for Scotland. Who knows? Their hot prospect is Fjölnir Thomas Palmason. Now, Fjölnir. Someone needs to teach Fjölnir about shaving, because what he's done there is he's grown the mustache that people who are 19 grow, so they can get into clubs and stuff. I say when they're 19, the photo's from when he's 17. When you're 17, you grow facial hair like that and hope you can get into clubs and bars. Doesn't work. They're still going to ID you, because it just doesn't look good. Can I say this team's name? KR. I appreciate the... I'm not going to try. I appreciate the fact that in this league, most of the top division teams have lots of shortened names. That's going to make things easier. Unfortunately, second tier didn't get the same memo. Right, I've done insulting KR's players. Let's play a game of football. Their star player earns 80% of what our whole team earns. Basically, I think this pre-season tournament that we're involved in, the League Cup, is basically us getting pounded. Are any of these teams in our division? Oh, okay. Grindviker are in our division. They're predicted to finish 4th. So they're one of our direct rivals this year. So that's a game that's actually a test. Vikinger, no, you're from the division above. These guys are in our league. Media prediction 9th. They're not great. FH, they're very good. So predicted to finish 3rd in the league above us. And then KR, first game. They're predicted to finish 4th in the league above us. Okay, we've not got an easy group. We've not got an easy group. I'm nervous. First game in charge. First game in charge. I feel like I should have more players on supportive roles. It's very attacking. You know what, Carl? Carl, are you right or left-footed? Just going to establish this now. How was it? Your no side preference. Do you have a side preference, Carl? Okay, Carl, you're going to go on the left, actually, and play as a Mazzala on support, because I think that'll work better with the fullback. But for Halson, you are going to play in the middle as on attack. I realise I've not even thought about instructions. I kind of just dragged a shape from a preset. Is there any point in trying to play nice football here? Or is this just a case of just trying to get players forward? Let's go direct and play at a high tempo. I'm looking for underlaps from our two wider centre mids with the deep lying forwards, I think. And in transition... we don't even have a tall player to kick it up to, really. Do I really want to put distribute to centre-backs on? That feels like a bad idea. You know what? We don't have to distribute it to anyone in specific terms, do we? I realise. Now, I think we're probably better off playing regroup. I think we're probably off playing regroup here and sitting deep and looking to hit teams on the counter. We've got fast players. Do I want to play an offside track? We don't have the capabilities to do that. Right, we're going to try something a bit weird here. We're going to play a lower line of engagement and a standard defensive line. And my hope is that we invite teams forward, especially in this League Cup where we're playing better teams. We invite them forward and then we can get in behind them because we have pace. That's the plan. That's not going to work. But we can try. I have to number them, auto number. Hey, Jamie B, I'm doing good, thank you, mate. The Yorkshire Viking, mate, I am so sorry. I missed your sub 15 minutes ago. I'm a terrible human being. Thank you very much for the 3 months. I hope you're still here. I hope you didn't walk out and leave early when I missed it. Right, KR. They're quite good. But we're better. We're not better. We're not. Let's be realistic here. Their star man is on what 80% of our entire squad is on. Or, yeah, well, his salary is 80% of my wage budget. It's not. Is it a kickoff highlight? No. Is it because we're on extended? Oh, God, I have to set up the cameras. Oh, that's the wrong way. Did anyone else get vertigo there? Right, I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, can we get a kickoff goal? Jonasson, no. There's a highlight, folks. There's a highlight. Could we score against a top division team game 1? Jonasson, oh my word. I feel like that was quite a good chance and an atrocious header. It's been a while since I've managed players at this kind of quality in the match engine, so I'm just looking forward to the weird stuff that happens that you don't see. Does my manager speak Icelandic? What is the Icelandic for no, chat? What is the Icelandic for no? I don't know. The answer's no. Do I always play on key highlights? I do. Gerson is through for them. They're in the league above us. This is Mickey Mouse Cup. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're not going to think about the fact we just had a chance. It's not an ideal start. It's not an ideal start. Is nay finish Icelandic for no? So it's just nay. Nay. I didn't make my manager speak Icelandic. Oh, if they get 2 inside the first 20 minutes, do I panic? I mean, I've been here 9 days. I've not been able to make any signings because we have £6 wage budget. And I spent all of that and then some on Asamoah Gyan. Because I'm an idiot. I want to get to the league games. Hey, Caffeine FC, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope you're doing good. Oh, God. They're on the attack. Chompart. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. He's going to whip it in. Keeper! That wasn't great, was it? My players can't do that. My players can't do what he's just done there. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. Did I check if there are any loans available? I don't really want to loan players. We have a squad of 23 and 14 of those players are under the age of 20. So if I loan anyone in, I'm just going to be depriving our youth players of first-team opportunities. And we're not expected to get promoted this year. We've kind of got a free year. So I'd rather use that to try and work out an identity with players that we have on longer deals. We have a chance! Jonsson! They're going to score, aren't they? It's fine. It's fine. We get a goal, we're on the pitch. We're almost as tin pot as Everton. Sorry, that was needless. That was needless. If we come back from 2-0 down to win 3-2, then I'm getting on the pitch. What's our XG saying? I mean, yeah, look, they've been looking. We've got to check Jonsson. Jonsson. Where are you going? Jonsson? No, not you, Jonasson. Jonsson. I was talking to Jonsson. That's going to get confusing shouting to them from the sideline. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Gudmundsson goes for... Now, Gudmundsson is the one who can kick the ball. Hjalmarsson is the one who can't kick the ball. Where is Hjalmarsson? I bigged him up being really good and I've not noticed him yet. Where is he? Hjalmarsson, there you are. Do something great for us. Look at him. Look at the movement off the ball. Look at him. He's a crouching tiger. How far out was that from? 1 sec. 20 centimeters out on my monitor, which is a 25-inch monitor. Camera angle trajectory. It's about 27 and a half yards out for people wondering. Just did the calculation. It was a good finish. I'll give it to him. We've got an election coming up where a new chairperson comes in after a week of me being here. That can only end badly. Would I recommend people playing on key highlights? Got asked. Honestly, chat, I think the beauty of Football Manager is you can play however you want. Like, if you really want to micromanage everything, like, I'm being told to sub off my goalkeeper. But yeah, if you want to micromanage everything, then that's definitely like an option. You know, to play on a lot more highlights. I think it's your personal preference, right? I don't think there's a right or wrong way to play FM. The guy in green is my actual goalkeeper who's doing bad. The green one is the one I'm being told to bring on. It's like picking between Tweedledee and Tweedledummer, isn't it? Or Tweedledum and Tweedledummer. It's not great. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. If the goalkeeper lets in another, I'm going to take him off it. To be fair, has it really been his fault? Actually, how tall is our goalkeeper? Because all the shots were just into the top goal corner. How tall are you? 183 centimetres. He's the same height as me. He's 6 foot. He's not a giant. Fjölnir is pronounced Fjölnir. Fjölnir. Fjölnir? Fjölnir. Fjölnir? Was that good? Fjölnir. 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 Does that sounds like, unlike Fjölnir, Fjölnir sounds like a place. They're probably both incorrect. Let's be realistic here. I will be fluent in Icelandic by the end of the summer. Jónasson. To Jónasson. We scored a goal. We scored a goal. I don't believe it. We're massive. Hjalmarsson did the ball through as well. He has one technique, but he has that in his locker. Have you noticed how many of our chances, by the way, are coming from breakaways where their defensive line is really high? This idea to sit deeper and just invite pressure onto, like, well, not invite pressure, but just allow teams to bring the ball forward to leave space in behind, I think is actually going to work. Could we score another? Carl! Whips it in. That was... You know what, Carl? Don't blame yourself. I haven't sorted set pieces yet. It's not your fault. We're going to hit them on the break again. Look how high their line is. This is so disrespectful. They're playing such a high line against us. Don't do it. They've got a guy with an A and an E in his name next to each other. How does that work? What sound does that make? I'm panicking thinking about it. Hansen, they're going to score another banger, aren't they? Oh my God, everyone missed the header. No. Miles wide. Always knew it was going wide. I'm calm, everyone. We could actually do something here still. Like, we could still get a point. Yeah, Asimo Jayan's here for the next game. That's going to be he'd be my impact sub in this scenario. A is the sound of E and egg. So it's like an eh sound. Who just gave away that penalty? Who was that? Right, make yourself big. Make yourself the hero. Loser. Loser. Mom Silovic. I hope I said your name. Mom Silovic. I tried. Excited to see you doing a building a nation save, especially in Iceland. Will be a fun ride. I hope so. I hope I get better at pronouncing your name and all the players' names in this team. And also, MJ, you're sad, mate. Thank you for the 10 months. I'm doing really good. I don't know if you can tell, chat. I'm quite excited for this new save game. I think this is going to be fun. We got another goal. We're doing a football. Both Jonssons have scored. One is Jónasson, one is Jonsson. I'm going to have to nickname one of them. It's too confusing having two strikers with names that are one letter apart. Bloody hell. Now, here's the thing. Defensively, we were a shambles, but we know that. We've got 3 first-team centre-backs who are good enough for this level. But we've got attackers. We've got attackers. We'll just score more than them. Also, the reason I'm not playing with wingers is I think I have 2 wingers for either side. I don't have the depth nor ability to sign players to play with wingers. So we're stuck playing narrow season 1. Oh no, they're on the attack. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We get another Carl. Carl, you've got the kind of the credit, the prestige, the award. I don't know what I'm going with for this. Basically, you got the first nickname of the save game, Carl. You should feel honoured. Also, it's really easy to spot Carl because he's the only ginger player in the match engine on our team. Keep track of him. Oh, God, they're on the attack. I just realised, right? Oh, my... Everything's fine. They've scored 2 bangers against us, haven't they? It's 2-2 if we only count goals in the box. Which I think is pure football. I think if you score a screamer from range, that's not real football. Real football is lumping the ball forward to your tall striker to run onto. I'm a purist. Right, Paulson has been bad. Let's bring in Yullison. Should we bring in Thomason? Let's bring in Thomason. For Howson is anxious. That's not ideal. Right, Thomason, you've got 1 jumping reach and 1 strength. Show us what you're made of. And a pen. The pen doesn't count either. We've won 2-1. Moral victory. We have the moral victory, everyone. Oh my God, we could score again. Jonsson, dink him. Dink him. Oh, do that. Now look, this is a team in the league above us. And we're away from home. This is a really positive first game as far as I'm concerned. This is, you know what, they don't have an XG that's like, you know, triple ours. Yeah, good, well done. XG doesn't matter. It's the scoreline that matters. I realise here, we should really, really go attacking. Hit early crosses. What would Zealand do in this situation? Carl, can you play as attacking mid? Oh, I've got an idea. Carl, where can you play? He can play anywhere. Who trained this guy? What happened, Carl, in your career for these to be the positions you can play? All right, Carl, inverted winger on the left. Yullison. Jonsson. Play as a winger on attack here, mate. I want to win my first game in charge. Thomason, shadow striker. Very attacking. Look at this. Prevent, get stuck in. Have a go at them, lads. In transition, counter press. Distribute quickly. Just lump it long if we get the ball. Float crosses. Right. Can we score a goal? No. That was a monumental waste of time, wasn't it? But positives. We got a Jonasson hat-trick. That's not how it works, chat. You can't just merge their goals together to make a hat-trick because they have similar names. I think positives to take from that. Hakeningi, I think, is going to be class, actually. I think he's going to be really good for us. But yeah, KR are very, very good. They're a team in the league above us, and we've lost 4-3 away from home. We'll take that. Their media prediction in the league above us is 4th. That's a good result. Round of applause. Now, there's an important moment here, chat. We've got to nickname one of the Jonasons/Jonassons because it's too confusing. I've decided. It's taken one game for me to come to the conclusion this isn't going to fly. So we need a nickname for one of them. We need a nickname for one of them. Jonsson 1 and Jonsson 2. You know what, Polygon Arsenal? You have cracked the code. I mean, Hakeningi is the better player. Do any of them have like a physical property? Is one of them really tall? No. I mean, one is right-footed, one is left. We could have Jonsson left and Jonsson right. Hacken and Andre seem like good names. That is true, actually. What about just having Hacken and Ingi? Hacken and Andre. What's this song? This song is Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I know what we're going to do. He might not like this, but this is factual. We'll get rid of the A that doesn't exist in the other guy's name. Is that how the other guy's name's spelled? Yeah, there we go. We have Hakeningi Jonsson and the worse Jonsson. Now, you know, that's too negative, isn't it? That's too negative. The second best Jonsson. I think that is more appropriate. I think we've solved our problem. Oh dear. Nicknaming is essential, I feel like, in this save game. Nathan Marv, mate, thank you so much for the 13 months. I appreciate the love, mate. I've signed Asamoah Gyan. I've just noticed that because, well, I've just noticed it. I've just remembered it because it popped up as a little inbox item with his face. What have I done? Marina has signed a new deal. He's quite good. Is he quite good? He looks okay. How does he compare with our guys? I mean, he's 17, but he looks about 12 at a push. I value nothing. They've accepted a bit of nothing. How much is he going to want? He doesn't care. We'll try again later. It's election day, everyone. Who do we want to win? Who do we want to win the election? Where's the election stuff? Election fever. Right. Do we want Ingemar Eli Jonsson? I don't know how. Carlson. Delernia. The other Delernia. Imagine that. It's two family relatives going against each other. Or Magnus Christiansen. You know what? It doesn't really matter, does it? As long as they don't sack me, I don't care. Oh, God. Christ Janssen has won it. Congratulations, Magnus. It's a good name, Magnus, to be fair. Strong name. He won the election by a comfortable margin. I hope you made some lofty promises. Personal message. I want to thank you for your patience. There's no plan to invest or anything. Oh, we've got a guy called Ragnarsson as director. That's another great name. Has the board expectations changed? No, that is the exact same as it was. How unexciting. Who's our next game against? Oh, Unther. I'm going to go with Unther because they're the biggest letters on their name. Will I take care of signing staff in this save game? Probably at a later date. I feel like to begin with, it doesn't matter so much. To be honest. Right, we won our first game when it came to the moral victory, I feel like. Do I want to stay playing on balance? We played balance at Socho Season 1 and it actually worked quite well. I think we stick with it and see what it can do. I mean, who have our scouts found who they think is good? Timo Stavitsky. He must be part Russian because Stavitsky is not a Finnish name. I feel like. Apparently it could be a Finnish name. That is not... Is it Stavitsky? Is that really a Finnish name? I tell you what, he played for Cannes for a few years. Does he want us? He wants to sign for us. He's asking for £600. We don't... Who's our highest earning player? 4 is our highest earning player. Our left back is our highest earner on £500 a month for 3 years. So I can't even get rid of him if I want to get rid of him. That's mad. I really can't afford any of these players. Doesn't mean... Oh my God. Diego Barcelos. He looks like he'd be banging for us. He looks like a star-studded footballer. He's got like the teeth of Bobby Firmino. I can't... I can't... I'm already over the wage budget because I signed Asamoah Gyan. I can't get him. I'm sad. I'm sad. Zef J, thank you so much for 16 months. And also, Pedro, mate, thank you for the 17 months. Gang, there's been some people subs today with really, really long, like, resubs. Can I just say I appreciate, like, the love and support so much. I know the streams have been a little bit hit and miss lately. I've been enjoying the YouTube content in the meantime. But with the save game and also football wrapping up, really, for the summer, it makes it more easy to schedule streams around the football. Like this week, there was Liverpool on Tuesday, then there was the Europa League. There's no football on, so it's a way easier for me to find time to stream, which is nice as well. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this save game. And this save game, it's going to be a long haul one, I feel like. I feel like this could be one that we're doing for a long time. I've signed Asamoah Gyan. Is that an error? Probably. Probably. I just realised we didn't sort out our bench last time. Probably should do that. At least he is, according to the numbers, he is one of our better players. I need to have a centre-back on the bench. Oh, God. Am I really going to put... Who's better at Sigurdsson and the guy with the tiny face? His face really creeps me out. I don't know why. Maybe it's just that picture. I'm sorry, Boldvin. Boldvin, if you're watching, it's nothing personal. I'm sure you've grown out of that picture. But it is slightly disturbing. This guy's in on loan. I don't really want to develop for another team. How does Thomason compare against him? I mean, Thomason is just better. You know when people say, why don't you trust the stars? This is why you don't trust the stars, right? Thomason is 2 stars. Arne Numi Gillason is 2.5 stars current ability. Now, let's look at the comparison here. Can you tell me why the guy in green is half a star worse than the guy in blue? This is the second tier of Iceland that we're in. So we're managing... Someone told me how to say the two's name. Is it Fjölnir? Chat, how did I say the team's name? I said it repeatedly last game to try and get it in my memory, and it's already gone. Yeah, it's not too bad. One is rated by Yasman and the other is rated by your scout. Now, they're both rated by our kind of same coach who assigned to rate them. Can I register all these players? Can I just register my regular squad? Can we do that? Is that okay? Let's do that. We're not going to be signing loads of new players. Hey, Reese Wilson, mate. Thank you so much for the 4 months and 3 months in a row. I appreciate it, mate. I've got to say, I love this badge. I assume it's a recent rebranding. I was trying to work out, like, is there a symbol in the Fs? Like, it almost looks like a... I don't know, like a floodlight or something. Like a banner is like a bit above it. Can anyone else see that? Am I going crazy? Like, I know at Pacific FC in Canada, they had the big hydro pole or whatever it was called, and that was kind of a bit of an imagery thing for them. Kind of reminds me of that. It could be a ship and a mast. You know what? You could be onto something there. Could be a ship and a mast. You see a butt plug. Brilliant. There's always someone who has to lower the tone, Bevloy. Will I be able to compete in European competitions in the future? That's the plan. That is the plan. I mean, last year we won a Champions League with a Swedish club. I'd kind of like to do the same with an Icelandic club. Hey, VMJC, mate. How you doing? Here from Park to Prem. You know what, chat? I was meant to mention in today's video... This guy's very good. I was meant to mention in today's video that the new Said game was starting on Twitch, and I forgot because I'm incompetent. There's some really good players being recommended. I can't afford them. This guy has 6 caps for Chile. But I can't afford him. We literally have no money. The little money we do have, I've spent on Asamoah and the board probably hate me for it. Maybe every year we'll just do a save game in a different Nordic/Scandinavian country. As I said, Nordic/Scandinavian, which is entirely unnecessary because they're one and the same. In terms of if you're Nordic, you are also, well, actually no, that's not true. If you're Scandinavian, you are Nordic. Is that right? Yeah. Are there any countries that are considered Scandinavian that aren't considered Nordic? I'm aware that Iceland isn't Scandinavia, chat. I said it the other way around. I am fully aware. As someone who lived in Finland for an extended period, I am fully aware that people not from places in Scandinavia don't like to be told they're Scandinavian. I've been chased and attacked by Finns in the street with slippers for unintentionally saying that Finland is part of Scandinavia. Where in Finland? I stayed in mostly Kuopio, but also Lahti. I was in for a little bit. I'm fully aware of the difference between Scandinavian and Nordic countries, chat. One of the few things I don't need an education in is that. I'm going to go on attacking and see what happens. But I feel like there was a basis of something good last game. Also, Asamoah is on the bench. Why can I not submit the numbers? Okay, I don't know what happened there. Oh, you're facing Kajani. I used to get the train. I think the train was from Helsinki to Kajani. When I wanted to get to Kuopio if I didn't get an internal domestic flight. And I was heading up north. Why am I doing instructions? I never do instructions. I feel like, oh, there's snow. There's bloody snow on our pitch and blue lines. This might get a familiar sight. Okay. Sorry, pause the game. Pause the game. Can I zoom out enough for this? I want to have a complaint about something. Hopefully this... Come on, can we go forward? Can we go forward? Can we go forward? Can we go forward? I want to highlight. Okay, I'm not being funny. There's snow on the pitch. Firstly, why is the sky so bad? Why do the trees look like they were cut out in Microsoft Paint? Secondly, why is there snow on the trees? Actually, those trees are hideous, aren't they? Those are trees in Football Manager in 2022. I don't want to go for trees in our second game. They're massive trees. How big are those trees? Right. I can figure this out. Right. So if a human is 4 millimeters tall and a tree is 6 centimeters tall, what's the distance? Let me triangulate that. They're very big trees. I mean, they're literally taller than the floodlights, ignoring parallax and the fact they're further away from the camera. That's mental. Is there another camera angle? I don't... Oh, behind the goal. Can we get a better angle? Can we zoom out more? It used to be if you reverse the camera on TV, you could zoom out more. Did they fix that bug? Oh, they fixed that. You used to be able to zoom out really far if you were on reverse. But they fixed it, apparently. Right, get back to the... We are playing Football Manager, by the way. That is the main reason we're here. Can we score the best Johnson? I'm not sorry, the second best. The second best. The best didn't need a nickname. I just want to win a game today. That's the aim, to win a game in this pre-season League Cup. And this is the best chance we're going to have. This is one of 2 teams in our league in this League Cup with the top and second division teams competing. Also, does anyone else get annoyed by blue lines? They're a bit hard to see, aren't they? Jonsson whips it in. Jonsson heads it. It's Jonsson to Jonsson. This is so confusing. Why do they all have the same names? Don't hug me, I'm scared. I forgot we have another Jonsson in our team, a right back. That was quite a nice goal, though. Maybe I should leave them both named Jonsson. We know one's the right... It's when there's 2 strikers with the same name. Oh, it's Jonsson again. Give it short, then give it back to Jonsson to put in. Put it in for Jonsson. Oh, all right. Hafthorsen, the young centre mid. To Carl. Poulsen hits it. That was good. We look good. It gets very confusing in Iceland, all the similar names. I can't wait for the nicknames, which are going to be on show. Right, Jonsson, you've already scored 1. Probably should have scored another. Probably should have scored another. Hafthorsen, what's happened to Hafthorsen? Is he taken a knock? He'll be fine. Also, chat, no one's commented on it, so I guess it's fine. I've changed the side of my stream the camera is on for 2 reasons. Firstly, it matches the YouTube videos, which isn't really the main reason. But the other reason is, so on this screen specifically... Like, you can see all the players and how they're doing, which I think is more important than knowing what mentality I'm on. No one said, oh my God, I hate it, or oh my God, I love it. So I guess it's just an indifferent change that no one's noticed. They've scored a corner. I hate it. Payne. Snorrison. Man's related to Snorlax. Our keeper's not looked great so far, has he? Our keeper hasn't looked great so far. It's a bit of a concern. Now you've mentioned it, I hate it, I've ruined it. No, don't score again! Please, please. Everything's fine. I'm pleading with the game not to score against me in our second game in charge. It's not a great sign. We have been the better team, by the way. Win the header. There we go. This goalkeeper is going to have to win me over, I think. I don't like him. The second best Jonsson gives it to Jonsson, who gives it to Juleson, who gives it to the second best Jonsson. Carl! What a ball, Carl. They've got gazebos in Iceland. I love it. Back post. Hafthorsen scores. The second best Jonsson gets the assist. He's celebrating in front of the Blue Bus shelter. He loves it. The second best Jonsson keeps that alive, floats it in, and then Hafthorsen gets his noggin on it. Oh, I'm happy. Is there like an Icelandic equivalent of if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands? Because if there is, I need to learn it and be singing it right now. Right, Poulsen's had a good game, but he's on a booking, and I don't want to go down a man. And it's a pre-season tournament, so we can rotate things around. So Thomason is going to come in to play centre mid. I actually think he could be a pretty useful sub as a centre mid on attack for us this year. He will probably be my go-to impact sub. We're also going to bring in Juliusson to see what he is capable of as the defensive mid, because he probably is the go-to backup to Poulsen. In fact, Poulsen and Juliusson is... Who's better? I might go with Juliusson next game, chat. He's only 16, but he might be... If he's not better now, he probably will be in the future. Also, it's time, everyone. I'm going to take off Jonsson just because he's our best player. I don't want him injured. Asamoah is coming onto the pitch to make his Icelandic football debut. I'm excited. Right, Asamoah, score and make me look like a genius. I've broken the wage budget. They gave me £6. I'm paying you 150. Oh, God, this makes me nervous. Keeper, don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. That's fine. That's fine. Gudmundsson to Juliusson to the second best Jonsson. I'm quite liking the deep line forwards in the wider areas. They drop in nicely. Hafþórsson. That was the most over-the-top save ever. If Asamoah plays well, I'm going to nickname him Giantsson. That's a good idea, you don't vape. I'm doing that. Giantsson. In fact, maybe we should just give him that nickname now. If you get Icelandic citizenship, do they just add son to the end of your name? Just what's the word I'm looking for? Induct you. It's like a cult. Your name has to end in son to be given the passport at the end. It's like the last test. He's bloody scored. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Thank you. I'm here all night. I never doubted myself. What a player. On the volley. Did I sign Asamoah to FC Edmonton last year in the beta? I feel like I did. I've got deja vu from him scoring. If they score one, I am going to get a bit nervous. Good stop keeper. Good stop keeper. The second best Jonsson is everywhere. Giant heads it away. Love it. Look at their centre-backs. They're in tears. They don't know what to do. I don't want to nickname him after one goal. I don't want to get too carried away, everyone. We can't nickname Asamoah Giantsson after one goal. That would be mental. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, we're bloody good. We're going to win a football match. And it was Jonsson with the assist to the second best Jonsson this time. I can't wait to watch right back Jonsson just cross-dead the two Jonssons in the middle. It's going to happen all year. I mean, of course, just as a little reminder, this is the League Cup. This is basically pre-season, but it's a tournament between all the teams in Iceland. There are 4 groups of 6. And those 6 teams are kind of an even split of 3 teams from the top division and 3 from the second division. We're in the second division. This is one of the other teams in the second division. Of all the teams we should beat, probably this one. They have just scored again. Was the keeper to blame? It was a good goal. It was a good strike. It was good. We're still massive. We're still. You're right, chap. We're still massive. I realised there's been 6 goals in this game off an XG total of 2.2. The fans must be loving it. Also, they've got a very good away attendance. We're looking a little tin pot here. I'm going to be honest, that's going to have to be worked on this year. I mean, we scored 3 goals last game, and now we've scored 4. So, next game we'll score 5. By the end of the season, we'll be scoring 32. So, that's going to be something to look forward to at this rate. There might be another chance here. Give it to Jonsson on the right. Right back Jonsson can't defend, but he's got a very good cross this level. This is the pointless highlight at the end of the game. It's just going to end. It's just, we're not scoring it unless we are. Unless we are. No, we're not. We're not. End the game. I don't want to whistle too loudly for you guys. Also, did anyone see the suspiciously green patch of grass off the pitch there? Why are they keeping the snow off the pitch so well on the sides where football isn't being played, but on the pitch it's covered in snow? What mad lad in the kind of pitch staff is sweeping the snow off the side of the pitch. I'm not happy. Right. Valdemar Inge Jonsson, you're very good. I've decided you are very good. You can't defend, but that's unnecessary. Defending is optional. He can cross. That's all that matters. Hey, Malteser Falcon, how's it going, bud? Your affiliate is Tromso. Wait, do we have Tromso as an affiliate? This is information. I need to make a phone call. One sec, everyone. One sec. Oh, can you guys hear that? Hello? Oh god, it's real. I've answered the wrong phone. Hello? Tromso? No, I don't speak Norwegian. I don't speak Norwegian. Stop talking. Please stop talking. No. I just want to loan some players. Have you got any good players to loan me? English. No speak Norwegian. No, I don't understand. I'm going to hang up now. Bye. Do they have any? They have 3 teams. That's unnecessary. That is greedy, isn't it, really? Do you have anyone you can loan me, Tromso? I feel like they should have some good play. Who's your best hot prospect? I'll loan him. Robertson. I don't need a right back, but I could play him at centre mid. Do we just sign everyone from Tromso? I assume they won't actually loan these players to me, but they don't have many players loan listed. I do need some centre-backs, though. Do you have any young centre-backs you might be willing to lend me? Like Olivan here, oh my word. It's Sideshow Bob. They'll loan him to me. I'll take him to the end of the season. Ivan. I can get one more player in. Do you have any more good young players? Like another striker would be good, wouldn't it? Mikkelsen. He's very good. He's very good. Do you have any other attackers? Like this guy probably isn't a backup, but I'll loan him. I don't have 900 quid, Tromso. Mikkelsen? I'm going to loan him Mikkelsen. They don't. He's too good. I knew he was too good. Any other players you want to loan me? Preferably more attacking players. Felix Winther. He's not amazing, is he? I mean, to be fair, a centre-back is all I really need, so Ivan ticks that box. He's very good for our team. He will be useful. Are Tromso 2 considered a separate team? No, they're not. I was hoping I could look at just their key player. Let's have a flick through, chat. Is there anyone here who we like the look of? Is there anyone here we like the look of? No one's really jumping out at me. Actually, do they have a young goalkeeper? Their second team is full of players who aren't useful. They don't have a young goalkeeper. That's a shame. This guy's good. He looks older than 21. They wanted to both higher quality players. I won't take that personally. I won't take that personally. Jack, I'm going to Norway tomorrow. Do you want me to kidnap some players? You know what? Because you are going to Norway and I don't want to be involved in any law kind of case, I'm going to say no. I'd rather you didn't. Isn't Kitalango quite good in FM? There's no way they loan him to me, is there? No. There's no way they loan him to me. Hey, Jack, how's it going? Hey, Dougie, welcome on in. We have played a couple of games. I feel like we've got our feet under the table today in Iceland. Is that a different Kitalango to the one that I know? Are they brothers? Is there another? Is there multiple Kitalango? Oh my God, there's 2. There's lots of them. There's John Kitalango and Joshua. Can I loan this Kitalango? No. I mean, he is one of their key players. That would be a tad ambitious. I'm assuming they won't loan me this guy. No. I mean, Oivan seems like the one, doesn't he? Oivan seems like the one. He is like a very useful player for us. Is he better than Hjalmarsson? He's a bit better than my current centre-back. I'm sorry to Hjalmarsson because I've bigged you up as our player for the future, but you're not as good as Kasper. I mean, the thing is, Kasper will probably turn us down, but we'll deal with the heartbreak when it arrives. See, the only reason I can loan players from Tromsø is because they're our affiliate. I think it's pretty unlikely that there'll be other Norwegian teams willing to loan me players like that. This guy's good. No way he joins me, though. I love the fact my scouts are just off doing stuff. I mean, we literally have no money. Leo, by the way, this guy here, Leo, not actually a footballer. He's just a sprinter who can kick a ball occasionally, it turns out. And he's quite good at finishing. He's the kind of guy who in FIFA 14 would have been like a bronze beast. Did anyone else play FIFA in that time? The good old days of FIFA where you could have like your silver Brazilian team and your bronze MLS team and you'd have Marvel Win and Opara at the back and you just had fun. Oh, good times. Love Marvel Win. One of my favourite all-time footballers. And then they made him a right back one year. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was too good to be true. Kasper. Kasper. Is it because I said you look like Sideshow Bob? I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it, Kasper. He'll get over it, I hope. Maybe. Connor 3D Beast, mate, thank you so much for some with the tier 1 for 9 months. And thank you for also not mentioning Twitch babies with the 9 months. I realise there's an irony to the fact I'm now mentioning it. But I appreciate you, dude. Thank you for the ongoing support. Also, chat, just a little reminder. I thought we should talk about this whilst we've got a fair few people here. On Monday, we have the start of our Super Club Soccer season. So, for people who don't know, you can see it over there. We're currently sponsored by Super Club Soccer. There's a link below the stream. Super Club Soccer is a free-to-play football kind of strategy game where you play as part of a team. It's completely free to download. It's on Steam. You can pick it up. It's a super small download and check it out. And they have a really active community over on the Discord server. And on Monday, there is a new league starting that me and Dupe, so some of you will know who Dupe is, FM streamer Dupe. If you don't know who Dupe is, you're missing out. And we're doing a team together in a league. And that competition is open for you guys to enter and be part of other teams to play against me and Dupe over the course of around the next month or two. Depends on how many teams enter to how long the season's going to be. But the games are every Monday at 8 PM UK time. So if you want to get involved, check out the game first and foremost. As I said, it's free to download on Steam. So check it out, play through the tutorial, see if the game's for you. I feel like the main fun of it comes when you play with other people. And we've got a big league starting on Monday. So if you want to get a team for that, over on my Discord server, we've got some channels where you can register some interest. If you're looking for a team, you can go over there and leave a message. I know Ryan, who's in the chat, has set up a team for the mods and some other people to get involved in. So, yeah, be cool to have as many people as possible starting in on Monday. And yes, this is the same league as Sweet Left Foot. And I want to beat Sweet Left Foot and his viewers. And I want my viewers' team to beat Sweet Left Foot's viewers' team. So if you're up for the challenge and you want to beat me, I need you guys to sign up so me and Dupe don't finish last, hopefully. My theory is that if enough of you sign up, there must be one team that's assembled that's worse than my team. That's my hope. But yeah, check out Super Club Soccer, free to play on Steam. There's a link below the stream anyway. There's the SES command in the chat. And over on the WorkTheSpace Discord server, which is discord.gg/WorkTheSpace, there's the Super Club Soccer channels on top of that. If you're not on the WorkTheSpace Discord server anyway, join it. We have chats about Football Manager over there. I want to start getting a little bit more active myself, maybe do some Q&As and like live stuff in voice channels with people. If you're looking for people just to chat with about Football Manager, if you want to chat about real-world football, it's a good place to be. And there are some notification channels, which if you join, you can react with an emote and you get notified via Discord when I go live on Twitch, so you don't miss any streams, but also when new YouTube videos go up. So if you want your daily reminder that Park to Prem's a thing, recommend it. Right. Do we rotate more for this game? Because we are taking on FH. Now, FH are predicted to finish 3rd in the league above us, the top league of Iceland. Do we just keep playing the same team, or do I rotate things a bit more? I'll tell you what we should do before anything else. We should sort out the order of our bench. Does anyone else's bench have to be in order of positions? Or is that a me thing? I think that might be a me thing. Let's say this. Best 11. Preset saved. Who was it? Was it Leoson we were going to try? No, it wasn't Leoson. It was Juliusson, wasn't it, for Paulson? That was a change we were going to try. We'll bring in Thomason as well there. Should we give Axelson a game? He's 18, he's injury prone, but he's quick. You know what? If there's a time to rotate, it's probably now to figure out how good our squad is. Snorrison. We might as well try him at right back, right? We might as well. The more I'm thinking about it, the more it makes sense to rotate things for this game and just see what happens. I think. Sorry, Carl, you're coming off the pitch. I really hate our lack of depth at centre-back. Oh, Burnson's going to play. Chat, I'm playing Burnson. This could be a problem. I don't trust him. We've got Burnson and Hjalmarsson playing at centre-back together. This might be the least footbally centre-backs I've ever had play alongside each other. They've got a combined 3 dribbling and a combined 6 technique. But they have got a combined 28 determination, so let's look at the positives. That's the only positive. And let's bring in this guy at left-back, Arnar Gudjonsson. Or Gudjonsson, even. Did I already rotate the goalkeeper? I don't think I did. Let's bring in Georgeson and see what he can do. This is basically pre-season. The bench has to be in order, chat. I feel like if you don't have the bench in order, you're the kind of person who doesn't make your bed in the morning. Not that I want to judge you, it's the truth. How am I for SCS? I think we've got 5 players for the team, John, that I've got set up, because I'm playing with Dupe in his team, with Alex and a few others. But I am looking for people, John, to help out some new players. I don't know if you'd be up for helping, like, introduce people to the game, because I know you've played a lot. But I think it'd be quite beneficial for the viewers team, from my stream at least, to have someone who's like a bit more experienced, maybe can help set up the team so they just have to get an invite and join. I don't know if that's something you'd be up for. You might be doing some heavy lifting, but I've seen you at right back and you were like you're a 6 out of 10. I do the bench, but I don't make the bed. What kind of person am I? Abnormal. That's a horrible word, isn't it, to use to describe your viewers? If you make your bed, but you don't do the bench in order, you're abnormal. And same vice versa. Need help wanting to start a youth only say, but need a team. Any ideas? Asked Mr. Bennett. Mr. Bennett, if you've never managed in Sweden before, Brommapojkarna are really fun. I don't know if their facilities are as good this year as they were last year, but they start with 20 youth recruitment and they start in the 3rd division of Sweden. I managed them last year on stream all the way to a Champions League, and whilst we didn't have the craziest youth intakes, like you do get some good young players coming through, and their real players who are young are pretty good too. And I had a lot of fun with it. They're going to score again. He's missed an open goal. It was offside. It was offside. Yeah, Brommapojkarna I recommend if you're looking for a save game. You want to start a few divisions down but have a focus on youth. I realise the second best Jonasson hasn't been taken off here for a rest. He'll be fine. Lennon's through again. Look, they're predicted to finish 3rd in the league above us. This is a pointless exercise. How am I spelling that Swedish team? It is spelled, I'll type it out because I won't be. If you search Bromma like that, it'll come up. IF Bromma Poikana. Yeah, you can see here their youth recruitment is 4.5 stars. They've got really good facilities. Their best player is this guy. He's 15 years old. He's mad, by the way. He'll probably have different attributes in your save game. But yeah, they have like really good facilities. They've been a yo-yo team and they're currently in the 3rd division. I recommend them. They were fun for me to manage last year. I get really lazy with pronunciations, chat. I'm sorry. I can actually do an okay job with Swedish names off the back of the save game, although sometimes it sounds a bit more Finnish than Swedish. That is the team I won the Champions League with. It was fun. Does anyone else get lazy with their pronunciations? I know that's an awful thing to do. It feels like effort sometimes to say them properly, when I could just say them with my English accent really thick and ignorantly. I've just told the players I'm happy with the defensive effort. We're 2 goals down. What are you saying? Oh, it's only 1. Their goal was offside. Didn't even notice. What's the aim of this save game? Fantastic question, Shane99100. We're managing here in Iceland. This is literally the first stream with this team. I want to win a Champions League with this team. And I want to try and make Iceland as much of a powerhouse as we can with dynamic youth ratings, which I know aren't super dynamic, but can change a little bit. Last year we won a Champions League with a Swedish club and I had so much fun with it. I'd like to try and emulate that success with this team here, but I think it's going to be harder because in Iceland you have to have 8 players who are homegrown at club in your registered squad for the league of 25 players. So at all times, we've got to have we've got to have about 1/3 of our first team be players who have played for our team for at least 3 years before the age of 21. And also in Iceland, you're only allowed to have 3 non-EU players in your team in the top division. So you can't just hoard a load of South Americans. Are we going to do any thunderclaps? I'll be honest, chat. Claps don't really work very well with the microphone. I can show you what I mean, but basically, when I talk, it doesn't really matter, but it cuts out the clapping when I clap. It's not cutting out the clapping, I realise, because I'm clapping too close. If I was on Discord, it would cut out the round of applause. I don't think thunderclaps really translate well on Twitch. You'd just be me awkwardly clapping every 5 seconds. Should I make 3 tactics? I think having plan B tactics is usually a good idea. I appreciate I'm saying that with only 1 tactic set up. But it's tricky, right? Because I feel like in Football Manager, there's so many different ways of playing the game. In general, I like to be a bit more hands-off with things. Because I know that if I micromanage things, the game gets a bit too easy. So I'd rather be kind of a bit more hands-off on certain stuff. There was a period where when I was streaming and doing YouTube videos, I think I wanted to always be as successful as possible. I wanted to always try and win stuff as quickly as possible and do it all as, just as optimally as possible to do well, because I cared too much about what people thought about my Football Manager ability. Whereas what I've come to realise is it's really boring if someone just wins everything and just plays the game optimally. Like, let's be honest. Do you think if I was really, really trying hard with this save game and doing everything optimally, I would have signed Asamoah Cheyenne and got over the wage budget? Probably not. But it makes it more entertaining if he turns out to be a wonder signing and does amazing. And for me, that is more fun than just having success just constantly. So it isn't necessary. Like, for example, when I need to score a goal, I should make an all-out attack type tactic. In that, yeah, you could do that. I tend to just be a bit lazy and drag players further forward when I need a goal. But having a more attacking tactic is probably the better way of doing things. I still refuse to believe he's only 35. He's been around a while. I realised I didn't make any subs there. Also, Pernson got a 5.9. Turns out, everyone, if you send a child to war, he gets a 5.9 rating. I say war. I realised that was not a feisty game at all. He got the only booking. He turned up, and he is the only casualty. He's probably never going to play for us again. How good are this team relative to the others? So in this League Cup, which is a pre-season tournament, we are one of 3 second division teams. 3 of the teams are top division. We are one of the 3 second division teams. And within our actual league, we've been knocked out, everyone. We've been knocked out. Doesn't really matter. It's the preseason top. In our actual league, we need to get a top 3 finish for the board. Our media prediction is 3rd as a relegated team. So I'd like to try, if we get promoted this year, great. But as long as we don't get sacked, like 14 of our first team squad of 23 players are under the age of 20. So it's one of those kind of situations where there's a bit of long-term strategy here. Wait, is Burnson... Wait, he's not that tall, is he? Man's 192 centimetres tall with that face. Are we sure that he's not 2 young children piggybacking on top of each other? You know that kind of old, like, trope where it's like a big trench coat and they're trying to sneak into a movie that's like an 18 or whatever? Are we sure there's not 2 children totem poling on top of each other, pretending to be one footballer? I think that is... We can't discount that possibility. That would make a lot more sense. Oh, IPV have made an offer for Panic. Panic was homegrown at our club, I remember. We looked at him the other stream. Because of the homegrown rules, we do need some homegrown players who are homegrown at our club. Oh, they are semi-important. Oscarson was homegrown at Gunnarsson as well. He is awful. Then this guy is homegrown at our club, and now he plays for another team in our division. I don't have any money to sign anyone. What time am I planning on finishing the stream? Around midnight. Zealand says we shouldn't put 2 playmakers, deep lying or advanced, in the same line. Like, for example, 2 CMs as playmaker. Any thoughts on that? I used to have that mindset, but it's changed a little bit. I think you can make it work. I think there's certain stuff in Football Manager that, like, can work if you do it. I feel like everyone has their own unwritten rules when they play Football Manager, right? You probably have your own stuff that you do that you swear by. So I know there are some people who are adamant if you're going to have an inside forward or an inverted winger on a wing, they must have a stronger foot. There's the foot they're cutting in on. Whereas I think the importance of that is actually massively overblown in the match engine. I don't think it's that essential at all. But the beauty of Football Manager is anyone's experience is going to be purely anecdotal as to like how successful or unsuccessful it is. Does the dynamic youth rating even make a difference? To be honest, Nico, I've not really tested it extensively, but my understanding is that it does alter some values. Someone's just approached to sign this guy on a 3. Why am I being notified of this? He's not that good. Right, we've got Vikinger, who are predicted to finish 7th in the league above us. This is one of the more winnable games. Then our last game is against Grindavik, who are in our division, and are predicted to finish 4th. We're predicted to finish 3rd, so the last game of our kind of pre-season tournament is going to be against one of the teams we're going to be battling with in the league. So that's kind of the big one. We could win these next 2 games. I think that is actually possible. Hey, Joshino, do I have a YouTube channel where I put the live streams? I don't. So the VODs here on Twitch live for about 2 months, but I don't have a second channel. Like I've in the past, I've uploaded stream VODs and they've done okay. With this save game, one thing I am going to be looking to do, guys, is do kind of seasonal recaps, where there's a little bit recorded at the start of the season where I talk about my plans for the season. Then there'll be a small compilation of just clips of stuff that happened during that season. And then I'll come back and do like a reflective look at, hey, here's what happened over the course of season number X. And then that will be one video. So if you ever fall behind with the streams or maybe you miss a season or 2, because the seasons are shorter here in Iceland, there'll kind of be these seasonal update videos. I did something like that when we managed a team called Monopoly in Italy, and they were fairly well received. And I think that's quite a nice way of being able to keep up with a save game without the commitment of watching the full VODs. From a kind of business sense, financially, but also just time-wise, it doesn't really make sense to do stream highlight videos of the main save game that I do here on the regular. Like, it just wouldn't be a return on investment. Like, it's really important to remember, I'm kind of I'm a YouTuber who streams, not a streamer who does YouTube, if that makes sense. Kind of that's just the way I have to tailor my stuff because of like the balance of incomes. But the full Twitch VODs do exist here on Twitch for 60 days. So if you do ever fancy catching up on a big stream, you just want to have something on in the background, these will always be available for you guys. That comes with a caveat. There won't be the music on in the background for people who are a massive fan of the music with the streams. It doesn't exist in the VODs. It's just magically kind of vanished. Why did I pick this team? I was looking for a team to manage in a Nordic country. I was kind of looking for a new save game to do. I was looking for a country that's slightly on the smaller side, but with the potential, you know, to produce some pretty good players. Maybe go to some major international competitions. Obviously, Iceland kind of tick that box. The Icelandic league season after this kind of pre-season cup is only 22 games in the league season between May and September. So because this is the kind of save game where it's going to take a few seasons, you know, for long-term kind of European success and stuff. 22 game seasons mean we should get through years pretty quickly, which I think works really good for live streaming as well. And especially if I'm doing seasonal recap videos, those are way easier to squeeze in to kind of a singular video if it's a 22 game season. Right, we're a goal down early on. It's not ideal. Someone has to see Asamoah Gyan. Oh, I forgot he's on the bench, isn't he? He's on the bench. I thought I'd forgot to put him in the team. We have got the Asamoah Gyan. Can we discuss this man's career, by the way? Look at this man. Started in Ghana, went to Italy, went to France, went to England, a couple of seasons in the Premier League, went to Al Ain in the UAE, little trip to Shanghai, went back to the UAE, went back to Turkey, turned up in India, scored 4 in 8, pissed off to Ghana, and now he's playing in Iceland. What a career. He's got 9 acceleration. No, he has it. His acceleration can't have gone down already. I refused. It was on 6 acceleration yet, like, earlier. No! It's only a 1-year deal, Jack. Jack, he's literally signed a contract for 7 months. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Guys, what happened with the Socio save? I already talked about this at the start of today's stream, but basically, I was losing a bit of interest in it. I feel like we were going to just hit a bit of a wall, taking on PSG every year and hoping they bottled it. And I just kind of felt like starting a new save game. I'm sure we've all been in that situation where you're doing a save game in Football Manager and you just stop feeling it for whatever reason. You might just feel like the next few seasons are going to be a bit stagnant. You might have just not quite clicked with things. I mean, that's a pretty familiar feeling, right, with Football Manager. I feel like we all have those save games that you've played and then you kind of just stop playing one day. You never really plan to stop playing it, but you kind of just never go back to it for whatever reason. No worries, guys. Yeah, don't worry about the repeat question. I appreciate it. I've been live for 2 hours, so, you know, it's worth repeating for anyone who's coming in a little bit later. Right, Jonsson. To have Forsen, the second best Jonsson's got that. We have 3 players with the name Jonsson. It's so confusing. Oh my God. Oh my word. Thor has just scored a banger. I didn't know he had that in his locker. Did anyone know he had that in his locker? Is he our left back? He's our left back. He's our... Man's got 6 long shots. Not going to question it. Not going to question. Good goal. Let's go back to balance. We played balance in the first game and did better with it. That was a mad goal. That was crazy. Can we get another goal, please? Please, Football Manager? Please? I look into the camera and say please. They might be listening at home and go, flick the switch. Hey, Bradford Tom, thank you very much for the 6 months. And also, Bevloy, sorry, Bevloy, that I missed your message earlier. Thank you for the resub. Take my Bezo books. Gladly. Thank you for giving me some of Jeff's money. Bradford Tom, 6 months as well, mate. I really, really appreciate the ongoing support. Can we get another goal? I've not made any subs. It's pre-season. It's a pre-season tournament, he says. I mean, we've got one game left. It's against the team who only have 2 points. We'll probably win that one, right? Would it be blasphemous, chat, to just simulate this next game? Considering it's a pre-season tournament, we're already out of it. But it is against a team in our division who are predicted to finish one place behind us. So maybe it's kind of an important game to take seriously. It's kind of like a dry run for the real season. This Icelandic League Cup is weird because only the top team in every group makes it through. So as a second division team, you're never really going to progress far, are you? You're always just having 4 games. I would say play the kids, but the centre-back's 10 years old. True. Hey, Blob Snail. How's it going? Who do you think will be the top goal scorer in the Serbian division? You know what? I don't have an opinion on it. This is just a... Did the board even care about this competition? Not important. Okay, look, the board don't think it's important. Why should I care? Grotta make an offer for Sigurdsson. They've offered £0. Do they understand how money works? Who are Grotta? They're a divisional rival. I can already tell I'm gonna... Their manager is English and looks like he looks mad. Chris, you look very happy. He's 29. Man's stealing my thunder. His milestones are he was relegated with them. What a career. He's been in charge for 69 days. Of course he's been in charge for 69 days. Bloody Chris, I'm trying to do a unique save game here, Chris, and then you just turn up managing Grotta and just trying to steal my thunder. You better not start vlogging it, or we're going to fall out. Adam, mate, thank you so much for the 12 months. It's a whole year. Get the Vidukas raised. He's stealing my thunder. Signing a staff later. Smart. Smart. We'll get him in later. Chat, remind me in 2 years. In game time. Don't remind me in 2 years in real life. The skin I'm using is TCS Callum. I see Ryan writing the skin command in the chat. You should be able to follow that link. Okay, chat, are we simulating this game? I think I'm going to. Even if it's a semi-important game against a team who could be... Well, I say it's not actually important. It could be like an important game to see how good we are. You know what? This is the test for our assistant manager. We're going to find out how good our assistant is today. If he wins the game, he's a genius and he keeps his job. If he does badly, I'm firing him. That's the under-19s assistant. Wrong assistant manager. Gunnar Sigurdsson, mate. This is the game you're playing to keep your job after this year. Will he win it for us? I trust him. I trust him. D-Train, mate. Thank you very much for the 20 months. Remember, Jack, he's back in Twitch form. It's true. We've bottled that there. Actually, we haven't bottled it. I saw the 3-3 above and thought it had gone 3-1 to 3-3. No, 3-1 was the final score. Good performance. Well done, assistant. Can we get a round of applause, please, for the assistant manager? He's proven his worth. Thorson got some goals as well, which is good to see. Simming games is always OP. I mean, when you sim the games like that, it just does it based off club reputation and player rep. Those factors are weighed in way more heavily. It's not more OP. It just uses a slightly different calculation that it's quicker to get through. I've not set up set pieces. Let's do that. Do I have my defensive routines saved? I do. This is defend right. Load routine. Defend left. Probably should get the players in the right positions. Most important thing is to have our two centre-backs on the near and in the centre. Everything else is kind of... I mean, we don't have a great jumpy team, to be honest. We're not a team of jumpers, chat. More of a team of coats. Which one do I want? This one. Who is set to take our set pieces? We don't have a set piece taker. I guess we'll go with Jonsson on one side and Jonasson on the... Oh, God, it's the two Jonssons on either side. I hate it. As if it couldn't be more confusing. I think it does actually mirror it. So he's going to take them on that side. Is that right? You're the taker. Why? Pro instruction near post. Oh, okay. It does know that he's taking it. Aim for the near post. Aim for the near post. Put our two centre backs there. That's all fine. Right. I'm a bit bothered. I don't know why it's bothering me so much that it's not listing him as the taker. Let's try removing him and putting him back in. Does anyone else hate the set piece creator in game? There we go. Okay, update it now. Does anyone else hate the set piece creator? Or is that just a me thing? Asamoah Gyanson is going to be good. I hate the... I feel like I'm wrestling with a badger. I've just noticed something, chat. I've just noticed something. We've got our Icelandic Cup game on the 7th of May, and it's now March. There's a month and a half break, right? Well, we should probably organise some friendlies. All that match fitness we've just built up, out the window. Now, of course, the weird thing is going to be, when we're a big-time European club, we're going to have loads of European games in the knockouts at this time of the season, which is going to be, like, nightmarish whilst juggling the League Cup. It's like moving pictures in Microsoft Word. You know what? That is the perfect way of describing it, Ollies. The tactic screen in Football Manager for set pieces is like moving images in Word. Literally, I've not heard a better analogy than that. In fact, I don't feel like it's bad in Word. It's like moving it in Word in like Windows 98. I realise there's viewers thinking I was born in 1999. I don't know what Windows 98 is. Remember Clippy? Remember Clippy? The streets will remember Clippy. This is a survey, chat, for people's age. Do you? If I say Clippy, do you know who Clippy is? Yes or no? And there's no shaming saying, no, I don't know who Clippy is. There is no shame in saying no here. I just feel like it's a very generational thing. There's lots of yeses. And lots of people saying how much they hate Clippy. So Clippy was a little, like, helper in the early versions of Windows that was a paperclip. You might have seen some, like, pictures of him at some point. But he'd, like, pop up whenever you were trying to save a document and stuff. I'm pretty sure the paperclip was called Clippy. I'm 99.9% sure. If he wasn't called Clippy, I've just given him a nickname. I'm hoping it sticks. Fun fact, Comic Sans was designed for Clippy. I mean, that explains a lot about Comic Sans, doesn't it? Bloody hell. Oh, yeah, there were some other options. There were some... I remember you could change it. No one ever changed it, though. He's still around. He is definitely not still around. It's not the real Clippy. It's an imposter. It's like when you're a little kid and, like, your pet fish dies and your parents do a switcheroo, you know, when they put in a different fish so you don't notice. It's not the real Clippy anymore. You can't fool me. Oh, yeah, there was a dog in a kennel. I think I used to use the dog. Was the dog, like, did it have brown ears and, like, a yellowy mustard colour, the dog? I feel like I have a vivid image in my head of what it looked like, but I could be completely wrong. I feel like I feel like I was a bigger Clippy fan than I was a fan of the dog. Was the ball just a red ball? Oh my god, the worm! You have just unlocked a memory in my head that I did not know I had. Speaking from experience with the fish, potentially. Hey, Hjalmarsson is playing for the under-19s. That's pretty poggers. I should never ever say that sentence again. That's pretty poggers. Also, another one of our players is in the squad who doesn't have a senior contract. The best I can do is 10 quid. We only have £10. You're a greedy little buggy. £10. Okay, 15 quid. You can have your pocket money. Are there any more of our players here? No, it's just these two. Is that one a good Johnson? Is he one of our backups? He is one of our backups. He's our backup left back. That's cool to see him in the youth team setup. I assume we have no one in the under-21s. No. Little ambitious to think we'd be in here. Can't believe you had the cheek to ask for £10 a week, £15 a week. Gets more from his paper round. Can we discuss how scary that message is? Did you see that? How intimidating is that as a message? Training schedule for this coming week's dash. Then someone has rubbed their face on the keyboard and spelt my team name at the end. What is that first thing? Ungemena Feliagio. Feligio? Ungemena Fielio Full. I tried. Was it Fjölnir? Was Fjölnir how I meant to say this team's name? Fjölnir? Did we... What leagues are loaded? Great question. So in terms of leagues, I've got all of the Nordic leagues loaded, but I've set the game to force load all the players who play for continental clubs in Europe. So, for example, if I was to go to someone like Partizan, I don't know why I picked out Partizan here and not Red Star, they have their full team. So in European competitions, we should get like pretty fleshed out squads down the line. Comes with its downsides, not loading all the leagues, but when you're streaming and you're playing into the distant future, you don't want to have a load of leagues loaded. Tyrone Ivanov. Man, he is like Shaqiri's regen. He's got a neck thicker than his head. Man's a cube. I can't afford him. I wish I could. Some of these guys are actually quite good, but I just can't afford them because I decided to buy Asamoah Gyan. Jordan Spence is available. Now there's a throwback. He used to be really good. Jordan Spence, do you want to come? I can't afford him. Also, because of Brexit, he would take up one of my free non-EU player spots, I realise. A goalkeeper from Iceland. Is he better than our current players? Gretarsson. I don't like our current goalkeeper. Gretarsson? He's not much better, if better at all. He's probably not worth it. I'm sorry, Jab, even with all your failures pronouncing, you're still no Tom FM. That is true. Right, we've got to get through this preseason bit because I can't really sign anyone. I feel like this year is the learning year, you know, where we kind of we evaluate the squad and then decide who. I was not say who lives and dies, but that's a little bit extreme. But we decide who's worth keeping around, basically. Now we've got such a young squad. I kind of want to try and get the most out of our best young players. And see where we end up. Probably should set up some training, at least on the younger players. Probably advised, isn't it, to sort out my training. I didn't realise that Hafforsen was so young. He's only 19. He's really good for 19. Let's sort out some training real quick on everyone. So Jonsson is going to play wing back on attack with a focus on defensive positioning. Gudmundsson needs to get stronger. Because we're only part-time, like, we're not going to get loads of development from players anyway. But every little helps, right? We'll go with complete wing back. His dribbling needs to be worked on. He's not technically gifted. Mentioning, Tom, any chance of you drafting a team of Jacks for the next showdown? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Paulson. I don't think Paulson is better than our youngster who does the same job. So where can make him more brave? Is it aerial? How does aerial training work? How do you make a man braver? Like, is he just heading a ball repeatedly? Is he just going into headed duels with a dummy or something? How do you train a man's bravery? I feel like it's more their confidence in the air, I guess. That's probably how it works. This man has free teamwork. I hate it. Hey, Papa G. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Hey, name unknown, welcome on in. The reason we're doing this team is because I want to try and capture the lightning in the bottle that was the Brommapoikina save game. I really enjoyed managing like in a Nordic country last year, kind of building a nation up. And Iceland's seasons are kind of short, 22-game league seasons. And the reason we're managing this team is because they were just relegated. They have some of the best facilities for the second division, just relegated, but not predicted to get an immediate promotion. And I think they'll just be pretty fun. I just realised, chat, I've not been playing my normal stream playlist today. There were a few songs that were playing early, and I was like, I didn't think that was on this playlist, because it wasn't. Let's get back to my playlist. I don't know how that got hijacked. Where are we going? Oh, you know what? Let's get this classic on. Again, I say classic. The younger viewers amongst us are going, what is this song? You better stop dreaming of the quiet life, etc. This guy, I don't even know where to train him. He's so bad at so many things. He's got one strength and one jumping reach. I know where we can try and train him. I think he might be beyond help. Are there any more free players that we can pick up? The thing is, I'm already over the wage budget, and there's not really anyone I'm desperate to get rid of yet. I'm in this weird spot where I'm kind of happy with the team. It's a team I have no right to be happy with, but I'm kind of in this position where I think we've got enough depth everywhere. There's not really a position we're lacking massively. I kind of just want to see what they're all capable of. Where was passing? I'm blind. It's there at the bottom. Oh, what do I do with Thomason? I've been playing him at centre mid on attack a fair bit. I think that might be where I end up playing him as a super sub quite often. I guess his work rate's a bit rubbish and that'd be useful to improve no matter what role he ends up playing. Axelson is a pacey forward option. Let's work on his final third. Composures and decisions are a little bit lacking. All these player names are so long it must cost a fortune to buy a shirt. You know what, Dumademptuchin? I hadn't thought about that, but you are correct. I imagine it is more expensive to get a shirt in Iceland with a name on the back. I don't know why we're trading Asamoah Cheyenne in anything. He's gonna his legs are gonna drop off in 7 months when our season ends. Tell you what's gonna be weird. All our players' contracts end in October, right? Like, the 31st of October is kind of the end date for seasons in Iceland. That is so out of sync with the rest of Europe. That's going to be bizarre to deal with. Jiaosen is probably never going to play for me. I don't really want to develop another team's players. How much are we paying a week of his loans? We're paying £1 a week. You know what? On £1 a week, firstly, thank you to the Olympic Torch team for paying 80% of his wages. But for £1 a week, I think we'll keep him around. The summer window closes on the 31st of July. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's going to be... I'm going to have to... Chat, you are going to have to remind me of that in the summer. What's a building a nation save? Asks Pear. So building a nation save, we're trying to just build up Iceland. You know, climb up the FIFA rankings, try and get more European spots for the other Icelandic clubs. And see how we get on. Right, the Icelandic League Cup is over, everyone. The Icelandic League Cup has finito. Training is set up. I feel like compelled to check all these players that are being recommended in case there's one who ends up being really, really good. I mean, I say that. They're all quite good. I just can't afford any of them. But the only way I could actually afford anyone is if I moved on like one of the big earners. And I don't think that's going to be happening. Also, we've got Hymerson who's on loan at Empoli. Right, this guy's on loan at Empoli until next summer. They have an option to buy him for £16,000. I am praying to the Football Manager gods they don't exercise that clause. Because he actually could be quite useful for us at 18. And £16,000, it's not a lot of money. How long do I reckon this will take me to do? I honestly have no idea. I think with Bromma Poikina, we won the Champions League in 10 seasons. But I think it's going to be a little tougher here. Do I only manage the team and the national team? So at the moment, I only manage the club. But if I build up my rep and I'm feeling like it, we could end up managing Iceland as well. What's Iceland's current ranking? In real life, I think it's way lower than it is right now in game. But in game, I think it's around 50th or 60th. If I'm not mistaken, in real life, Iceland's dropped out like the top 100 in FIFA's world rankings. Like, they were really bad during the most recent World Cup qualifiers. Like, they've had a lot of stuff going on off the pitch, and a lot of senior players have just been dropped and cut out from the lineup for, should we say, discipline issues off the pitch. Right. When's the first game of the league season? On the 9th. We're playing a cup game on a Friday and then the actual league begins on the Sunday. Who scheduled this? Who organised this? It's weird, right? Because this part of the season in future years will be a really critical time for like building the squad, wheeling and dealing, preparing for the new year. But this season, we're here to vibe a little bit and see what happens. Thomason can be offered a senior deal. How much do you want for your senior deal? £35! Alexander Aaron Thomason. Do you think we're made of money over here? How much do you think we got, mate? To be honest, Blobsnail, the Sigurdsson stuff is only really the tip of the iceberg with what's been going on with the Icelandic national team. I'm not going to talk about it here, but there's a really good video I watched on YouTube by Alfie recently. I like the fact to refer to Alfie as Alfie. Like I was going, I know Alfie. Some of you will know Alfie. I think if you just search Icelandic football, it'll probably be the top result. It's only uploaded this week. But yeah, if you just search HITC sevens, it will come up. Hey, Nestor Galante, welcome to the stream. Johan. How you doing? I love how I've just said your name completely incorrectly. Well, it's close, right? That, by me, that's a good attempt at pronunciation of a name. I've tried. How do you even live off £35 a week? I mean, all of the teams in Iceland are semi-pro right now. So everyone probably has a job in their main time. That's way closer than most. I mean, I was saying Yo Owen at the same time. And I merged them together. It didn't work. Didn't work. That's how I'm going to greet you from now on. Right. Preseason vibes. Taking on some bigger teams. I therefore make money off them. Oh, no. Our best right back is now injured for a while. Let's save this current 11. I don't know if people will know this, but if you leave your staff to manage friendlies and you have an 11 that's like highlighted, they will pretty much exclusively pick this lineup. So you're better off clearing your selection whilst the friendlies are going on. Taking on the Olympic Torch team next. Hjalmarsson is showing encouraging development. Good stuff. Feels the individual training on he's been assigned to is not beneficial. What? Ball control. You don't think it's beneficial? Mate, you've got one technique and two dribbling. You will learn to caress the ball. You will learn to handle the ball with care. You will learn the power of touch. Because two first touch is not it. Not happy with him. Is anyone else feeling a bit sad seeing all these semi-decent players get recommended to us by agents? Let's have a look real quick at international caps, at least one. Nationality Icelandic. Are there any good Icelandic footballers? Laxdal, rubbish. Arneson, not crap, but not good. Bjornsson. Is this Will Hughes' Icelandic cousin? We need to do a comparison. Will Hughes. Now, I'm not one to start conspiracy theories, but have you ever seen these two people in the same room at the same time? Because I haven't. Corporate want you to tell the difference between these two images. It's the same image. Hey, Ollies, take care, mate. Appreciate you hanging out today. It's the same image. Corporate. Sign Will Hughes. If I sign him a nickname in Will Hughes, he will play like Will Hughes, right? I can't afford him. He wants too much. I'm sad. Hey, Dago Waldo, mate. Thank you for the resub. Hi, Jack. I reckon this save game will be cool. I think I hate you. But thank you, mate. I appreciate you, mate. Would be crazy if they two had been in the same room at the same time. I mean, that'd be a meeting of minds, wouldn't it? That would be a meeting of minds. UFAP's at least one. Is there anyone here who's any good? And Milson. He's not bad. Either-footed. He's good in the air. We don't really have it. I say he's good in the air. That's generous. Compared to our outer strikers, he's quite good in the air. Is it just me or was that an unflattering picture of Hughes? The lighting was very bad on it, I thought. I thought the same. Like on this one as well. It's a bit overexposed on Hughes' picture. None of these guys are any good, are they? Pettersson? Blimey! He is chonky. He has a big neck too. He's very good. Pettersson, do you want to be my goalkeeper? He is a unit. I can sign him, chat. I can give him a 4-year deal. Probably shouldn't. Is he enough of an upgrade on my current goalkeeper? He is, right? That's not my current goalkeeper. This guy is. Is he enough? Oh my word. I mean, he's better in every way. Is he injury prone? He's never had an injury in his life. He hates big matches, but we're not going to play big matches. Not year one. There's also Ingvar Porkale. Why do I recognise that name? He's never played in England. Was there a player with that last name who played in England from Iceland at some point? Right, you know what? I think we might go with that goalkeeper, you know. I think he's enough of an upgrade on my current goalkeeper for it to be worth it. I'm a fan. I love the fact we're playing the Olympic Torch team and then in a week's time we're taking on their youth team. We bloody won. We won against the Olympic Torch team who were predicted to be second in the league above us. We're bloody massive. Juan Camilo Perez, your boys took one hell of a beating. Etc. Hi, Jack. My daughter thinks I'm watching a video and doesn't believe this is live. Any chance of a hi, Molly? Hi, Molly, this is live. I can confirm for everyone watching, this is not pre-recorded. I'm thinking of the former Liverpool and Fulham lad, Valet. Probably. Was that double L? It could be. Maybe it's all pre-recorded. Maybe I paid D-Train to leave that comment at that moment in time. Chat, do I sign this guy? He is going to push me more over the wage budget, but he's just such a big upgrade on my current goalkeeper. It feels silly not to do it. He's so much better than the other options as well that we looked at. I think I'm going to sign him. Did he play badly in the League Cup or was I being biased? Okay. In the League Cup, he got a 6.7. Wasn't great. I don't think we're going to find better. Let's get him in. Welcome, Pettersson. Get him in. Yeah, to be fair, if I withdrew the contract, he might beat me up, and I don't want to take that risk. Oh, there were a couple of Tromsø players there, I noticed. Stabell, apparently I might be able to sign from Tromsø. I don't really need an injury-prone centre mid. Henriksen? No. Oh, Vic. He's not bad. He's not bad. We were looking for a centre mid. There was another guy, wasn't there, at Tromsø we looked at, but he turned us down. Let's just compare Vic with Burnson. I'm going to loan Vic. I assume we'll be able to get him without paying any of his wages because of the affiliation. End of season? That's a good loan. Anderson? Oh, do we get him as well? Do we just get all the injury-prone centre mids? Centre backs even. I'm going to get him in as well. I think it's worth getting in multiple. I know they're injury-prone, but they're free loans. Might balls up our squad registration slightly. Hopefully they actually accept, like, those offers are given. Wonder if we could get a domestic affiliate. Thing is, I don't know if we got a domestic affiliate with another team in Iceland, I don't even know if they'd have players good enough for us to loan. Right. Vic is joining us. Good stuff. That was like the most simple loan signing I've ever made. There was no drama. So he can just be confirmed. Pettersson needs to be confirmed. And then... who was the really bad centre-back? It wasn't Birdson. Was it Powson? No, who was the really, really bad centre-back here, chat? This guy, Sigurdsson, is going to get unregistered. Sorry, mate. Sorry, Danny. You can go vibe with the youth team. Go play with the kids on the little kids table. You'll be fine. I think I just put him in the under-19s B team. I think. Do we have an under-19s B team? Staff, responsibilities, training. Under-19s B. Yeah, we do have a B team. That's fine. That's the one where our players are in. What's the goal of this save game? I would like to win a Champions League using this Icelandic team. That's the main aim. But on top of that, I'd like to see Iceland climb up the rankings and get more kind of coefficient spots for more Icelandic teams to be successful in Europe. Is there a way you could request to be a team that will take loans to help with getting a work permit? I don't think you can request that. I already know the squad smedge. Like, I guess I could have the star ratings on there, but it's not really essential for the registration screen. Squeen? Why am I a child? The squad registration screen. Never do that again, Jack. Never do that again. I'm getting... to be honest, you could cancel me for that, and that would probably be justified. Thomason's out for 2 to 3 days. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Everything's going to be okay. I feel like today's been a really good vibe stream. I don't know about anyone else. I've got a good feeling about this team. And I'm excited for it, which I think is important with like an FM save game. You want it to be a save game you're looking forward to playing, right? Is Anderson... when does Anderson... What do you mean he joins on the 1st of July? What do you mean? Was there a deadline day that I missed? Have I missed a memo here? Is it because he has to be 18? It's because he has to be 18. So it's after he turns 18 he joins us. When the transfer window reopens. I'm an idiot. What are you, Jack? I'm an idiot sandwich. I'm not going to re-promote that other guy. We should have enough centre-backs. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Right, first game of the season is coming up soon. I mean, actually, we got the cup first. What's the board expectation with the cup? 4th round. Did anyone see the negative there? They might. We're going to prove them wrong. I don't know if I've ever seen that many cons. It's not great. I mean, it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, his legs have dropped off, which is a minor concern. At least the younger players are training okay. Vic's been here a week and is one of the best trainers. Bonuses. You can have big bonuses. They're not big. It's like 500 quid if we do well. I burnt myself out trying to topple Bayern in Germany with Dresden. Took forever to win Bundesliga. Bayern often goes and beat them. It's impossible to win with the amount of FO in that happens. Yeah, it is tricky, that kind of scenario. I pretty much had that scenario happen. That was kind of what was going to start happening with the Socio save game. I just don't think it's that interesting to watch. Malteser Falcon has redeemed us, say Yoshi Jack. I said last stream I need to remove that, and no one reminded me. I feel like you're all in on it. It's a big conspiracy. Russell. It doesn't even sound like Yoshi. It doesn't even sound like Yoshi. Have we got no players with contracts expiring this season? All of our players have got contracts for 2 years. I didn't realise that. I mean, that's good from the perspective of we're not going to lose any first-team players, but it is going to make it difficult to massively change stuff. Now there's been more. Russell! There you go. There's 2 more Yoshis for the 2 more Yoshi redemptions. Please stop redeeming Yoshis. My voice hurts. Why was that game rescheduled? Well, I guess they're in a cup game that clashes with ours. Kilo's now redeemed his say Yoshi Jack. Russell. They're slowly getting worse. Bengston's redeemed a hydrate. Thank you, mate. And then Cerulean Cutie, of course, has redeemed a Russell. It's getting worse. I'm drowning. Russell. Does that even sound like Yoshi? I feel like it's got worse over the last year. This guy is transfer listed. He's not good. He's not good, Chad. Don't do it. My Yoshi fell off. It did fall off. It wasn't even good to begin with, but it somehow got even worse. Right, who's the best leader? You know what? I'm going to trust. I think Gudmundsson has been at the club a while. That's fine. Jason McCardle, mate, thank you for subbing with the Prime Gaming. I appreciate it massively, dude. Thank you. Chat, can I just say the support's been mad tonight. It's been cool to see so many of you guys hanging out. I'm like looking forward to this save game. In terms of the next time we're going to be live, it's going to be Monday. We're probably going to kick off with some Super Club Soccer, and then afterwards we'll be diving into the Iceland save game. I know I mentioned it earlier, but just to reaffirm things, at the moment the streams are sponsored by Super Club Soccer. You can see that lovely logo off to the... I've hit my microphone there. You can see that lovely logo off to the side. It's a free-to-play football tactics game on Steam, where you can either manage a club consisting of real people or get involved in play as a player yourself in dropping games and stuff. There's a tutorial which you can check out. They're sponsoring the streams at the moment. It's free to play. On Mondays, we've got a league going on, which I've got a team that I'm playing in with FM Dupe. Sweet Left Foot, if you know Mike, Sweet Left Foot. He's also got a team in the competition. And we're all going to be going head-to-head with viewers and stuff. So if you want to get involved in that, check out the game. The tutorial's there. Registration is open for the tournament. I've got a few people who are setting up teams who can invite you if you want to get involved. If it's something you want to check out, feel free to. If you want to get in on a team ready for Monday, if you go over to my Discord server, which again is linked down below, join the Super Club Soccer stuff. There's a few different text channels set up there if you want to register your interest, if you want to ask any questions about the game. I'm happy to answer any questions, but the devs have also got access to that channel and can answer any questions you might have about it. Hey, Per, thank you for the resub. I was about to say for the resub. You're a first-time sub, Per. Welcome on in. That's a big occasion. That's big, that is, Per. Thank you. Man, I can't wait to stream on Monday. Maybe I'll get... There's no football tomorrow, is there? Because it's all on Sunday. Or is there playoff game? Wait, it's not... Is it the playoffs this weekend for the Championship and League 2? I've lost track of what games are when. Is it? Oh, it's the playoff. It's the League 1 playoff final, is it? Why is it? Didn't they used to do all 3 games on the same weekend? It used to be they did League 2, League 1 Championship on the bank holiday. Is there a reason that's different this year? I was actually at the League 1 playoff final last year because... well, Lincoln, who were my local team growing up, not the team I support, but my local team got to the playoff final. I wanted to see them win the playoff final. I've been to 3 different Lincoln City playoff finals. They've lost every single one. They moved the bank holiday a week, so they can't do 3 games next weekend like usual. Ah, okay. It's the National League North playoffs tomorrow. That's true, actually, yeah. Totally forgot about that. I'm desperate to see Boston get promoted. I thought that was next weekend for some reason. I'm desperate to see Boston United. Like, I used to... So, for people who don't know, I grew up in Boston. I was born in Boston. I moved away from Boston when I was like 12, but there was like a period of my life where I'd go to York Street pretty much every home game and watch them play. Back when they're in Division 3, as it was back then. Obviously, they moved ground since then and stuff, but I like they've been kind of just stuck in the National League North for years. Like, it's depressing. Like, the amount of times they've got to the playoffs and fallen off. I can probably show you it in Football Manager, I realise. Oh, actually, I can't because I've not got the league loaded. But, yeah, they. Can I show it in history, competitions? I don't think I can show, like, the full history for all of it. But, yeah, I mean, you can see here, they finished 3rd place in the National League North for 3 years. They've never been promoted out of it. On those 3 occasions, every time they finished 3rd, they lost in the playoffs. It's so depressing. Okay, wait, it's the first game. It's a cup game against a team called Carey, who are in the league below us. They don't even have an actual league. Who's their best player? Dino Hodzik. Or Hodzic. He's quite... 20 aerial reach and 20... We ain't scoring a corner, are we? The man's 205 centimetres tall. He's a giant. The man's head touches the crossbar when he's stood there. That man. Imagine him. How high is 205 centimetres in feet? I feel like when you write it in feet, it sounds more intimidating. The man is 6'7". The man is 6'7", and he must be scary in real life. He must be scary. He plays in the league below us. Right, well, it's up to us to score past him. How hard can it be? Why do I have the measurements on foot on the game? Because when you have young players, like for example Hjalmarsson, it's important to be able to monitor how much they're growing, because that can impact their jumping reaches improvements. And players do grow in game. So by having it on centimetres, I'm updating more often when players grow. I'm from Croatia and he used to be a boxer. I mean, that makes sense. Right, this is a cup game. It's not the first league game. Let's not get too carried away just yet. It's not the first league game. But it is our first competitive game as manager. And that's important. Right. Let's see how we go on. Also, why is this song played like I love this song. It's played 3 times, despite me having it on shuffle. Right. First game in charge. Fjölnir. We're going to win. We're going to do a football. I hope. They're playing 4-4-2. We're playing 4-4. So it doesn't really work, does it? Actually, I didn't even do it right. There's 4-4-2, and then there is 4-3-3. That's what we do. Maybe we should maybe we should change the branding slightly. Maybe it could be 4-3-3. That's a bit too much, isn't it? That is a bit too much, but it is. It's 4-3-3. No, I can't say that word even when it's beeped. Like beeping it, it works occasionally. It's a bit too shocking, isn't it? 4-3-3. That was a work on the censoring. I don't know. So you guys can do better than me. It's a good start. It's a good start. 1-0. Let's go. I don't need to see it a third time. I don't need to see tight offsides. Yeah, I would have to start blurring the mouth, wouldn't I? I'd have to have like a button that toggles on like a box over at the centre of the screen where my mouth normally is. I didn't actually pay attention. How big was their goalkeeper in the match engine there? I mean, we put the ball into the bottom corner. He can't get down there. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't like it. They're in the league below us. They're in the league below us. But it's not fair. They've got a 7-foot goalkeeper. Of course they're going to win. I'll be honest, I didn't expect the capitulation to start this early. Gunnlaugsson has scored. Right, Carl to Jullison. Oh, dinks it. Jonsson, you got to. He hasn't. He hasn't. But we got a corner. Right, the corner routine I have set up. Oh, we got the crossbar. Their goalkeeper he actually isn't as big as I thought he'd be. He does look quite big in the match engine, actually. Like you compare Fullhausen here to their goalkeeper, who's currently hunched and is still bigger than him. I forgot to change the goalkeeper. I was rotating the squad for the cup. He's a cup goalkeeper, I got to give him some minutes. Got to give the younger goalkeeper some minutes, and I feel like we can play him in the cup and Pettersson in the important squad game. Got to manage everyone. 6'7" isn't that massive. Sorry, Davis. 6'7" puts you like in the top 0.1% of the population of the world. Like the idea that 6'7" isn't that massive, and with 20 jumping reach and 20 aerial reach in game. That's got to be bait. And I've nibbled. I've nibbled. Well, I've had nibbled. Peter Crouch wasn't 6'7". Peter Crouch like 6'5", I want to say. Peter Crouch is 201 centimetres tall. This guy's taller than Peter Crouch by centimetres. Oh my word, Fullhausen. How tall was Peter Crouch? Peter Crouch was 201 centimetres, which is 6'5". This guy is 2 inches taller than Peter Crouch. He could literally have Jordan Pickford's arms there, goalkeeper, and he'd probably still get the ball. Right, you know what? It's time for it's Giant time. Asamoah, you're up. Yudison's played awful, by the way. That's sad. Thomason. You know what? Not going to do it. How tall am I? I am... How tall? 6 foot. 183. 6'7" is in the 99.952 percentile in the USA. It's not that tall, though. That's a mental sentence. Fullhausen, please score. He hasn't. Yeah, if he was my goalkeeper, I'm putting him forward. You're right. It's not 6'5". It's 6.5 feet. Google translate to 6.5, and I read that as 6'5". But of course, there's not 10 inches in a foot because the imperial system is stupid. I bow down to everyone's superior knowledge. Good goal. Second tier team are rubbish. Well, yeah, did I say second tier? They're in the third tier. We're in the second tier. But they're in the Division 2. It's mental, ain't it? Mental, the Continental. Second Division is not called the second division. It's called the Division 2. No, sorry, Division 1, even though it's the second division. I imagine calling the third tier Division 1. That'd be even more mental. That'd be silly, wouldn't it, really? If the third tier of your country was League 1 or something. Iceland's mental. Damon 1996, mate, thank you for subbing with the tier 1 chat. Get the Mark Viduka spam in the chat. I've not seen enough Vidukas lately. Bring Viduka back. Make Viduka great again or something. I do think, chat, we can all agree that the statement 6'7" isn't that tall is a mental statement. I'm standing by my initial point. I've just signed a third goalkeeper, so their new goalkeeper's come along at the wrong time, really. Oh, I've made the same conversion error, haven't I, on their goalkeeper, I realise. I've made the same conversion error I made on Crouch. I read the 6.7 of this guy's 6'7". He's actually 6'9". So he is taller than Peter Crouch. He's 6'9". Are we now going to say 6'9" isn't that tall? Let's just keep moving them. Let's just keep moving the goalposts. I meant to leave a message with the sub whilst in conversation about height. Search for this guy. Let's have a look. I'm not going to try. I'll say his name incorrectly. He's 200. See, he's tall as well, but he only has 17 jumping reach. I want to side him, but I can't afford him. 202 centimeters. If only he could head. See, that's the mad thing. This goalkeeper has the aerial reach and the jumping reach and the height. Hey, Jeter, mate, I'm doing good, thank you. I mean, I'm sad now the Leafs are out the playoffs, but my sleeping pattern's getting fixed, so that's a positive. But no, I'm doing good, thank you, mate. And also, JP Connolly, mate, thank you for summing the Prime Gaming. The better... I realised the second best Jonsson just got man of the match. Do I have to update the nickname to make him the best Jonsson? I feel like at the end of each season, the second best Jonsson and the other Jonsson, like whoever did the second best rating-wise, gets the nickname. They like alternate. It's like a title that is passed between them. I think that's the fairest thing to do. Right, now, of course, because we rotated the goalkeeper for the cup, we're now going to swap them back. Good cover, Jack. No one's going to notice the fact you balls that up. And then the new goalkeeper comes in. And then save game. Save selection. Best XI. When did I last save the game? I don't know. Don't question heading ability. Look at Stephen Gold. Proves attributes don't mean anything. True. Although, to be fair, Stephen Gold's heading for his level was actually quite good. It was just his finishing that was bad. My favourite player is the guy that ends in Son. You have lots of favourites. And Carl. Carl's taken that personally. Right. First game of the league season. We're going to do this tonight, and then I think I'm going to call it a night because it's coming up to midnight, and I've just talked about fixing my sleeping pattern, so it's going to be ironic if I was up late. All the big boys enter at this stage. We want a rubbish team. We got a rubbish team. We got another second division team. Good. So we'll win that, get to the fourth round, and the board expectations are achieved. Perfect. Oh, we're bloody good. Youth intake preview. I didn't realise it was going to come this soon. Chat. Is anyone else excited? I mean, it's only the preview. This is like the equivalent of when you write to Santa with your wish list. And if I was going to write to Santa Claus, what would I ask for? Probably a centre-back and a tall striker. Dear Santa, I would like a centre-back. Sense that makes none. Sense that makes none. Is it excellent or not? Is it excellent? You've said excellent, then you've given me a C. And told me there's not a lot to like. But that's the most positive thing, apparently. We won't be short on potential centre-backs. Great. Well, we got 4 centre-backs coming in. It's just a shame they're all absolutely whack. How good is our head of youth development? You're getting fired. Your contract's up in 2 years. I can't fire him. It's not ideal. Oh, God. First league game and the fitness. I forgot to rest the players. I even commented on the fact the cup game was on the Friday. Oh, Jack, you are a tit. Oh, actually, they rescheduled the games anyway. We're playing on a Monday, then a Thursday, then a Sunday. To start the season. What psychopath set this up? What psychopath did this in Iceland? Who decided that was a good idea? Right. I mean, the rest of the team is kind of okay condition-wise. I assume that Grindavik have also... Or is it Grindavik? It's probably Grindavik. In Icelandic, do you roll the R's? Okay, they played in the Cup as well, but they... Why am I attending that game? I don't want to attend that game. They played in the Cup, but they played earlier than us by a day. Yillison didn't wow me in the last game. I'm going to bring... Was it Snorrison's not the guy I play there? It's Yillison. Yillison's the young one. Who was the older centre defensive mid that we had? Have I unintentionally removed him from the lineup? Or am I just blind to him? Was it... Maybe it was Leoson. Was it Leoson that was playing there? I feel like there was another guy. I've forgotten his name. Who did I play at centre defensive mid earlier on? Paul Howson is that guy. What was the name of him, chat? Why are the players not in order in the list on that screen? Hey, Jack, I got recommended you by a mutual friend of ours. Well, he says he knows you IRL. Oh. Who's the friend? I'm now curious. Powson. Where are you, Powson? This is the awkward bit now where I pretend I don't know who it is, even if I know them. Powson, where are you? Oh, he's playing right back because of the rotation. I'm an idiot. What are you, Jack? You're an idiot sandwich. Ollie Tillery. I love Ollie Tillery. I went out for him for pizza the other week, actually. Rising Stag, thank you very much for the 6 months. Also, JP Connolly, did I miss your sub earlier? I don't think I did. I just forgot to tick it as marked as red. Right, what do I want to change? Do I want to change anything? No, you know what? This is the team we're going with. First game of the season. We've got Jonsson. We've got the second best Jonsson. And then the other Jonsson is on the bench because he's tired, because he's unfit. It's going to be fine. And then Vic's on the bench as well. Right. I just want to do well in. I just want to win the first game to end the night. You know, end the night on a high. Yeah, to be fair, I'll be honest, I stay prod. I was expecting you to come up with a joke where it's like a Joe Mama joke, where it's like, oh yeah, what friend do you know? The internet has ruined, like, innocent communications. I just assume the worst in people. FR Wish, or is it Thruish? Please let me know. I don't want to mistakenly call you French if you're not French, you know. But FR, I just think France. But mate, thank you very much for the 2 months of the Prime. And a little smiley face to go with it. I love it. Right. I just want to win. First game in chat. This is important to me, damn it. We're playing the 4-3. 3. I forget what formation I'm playing, because I'm so used to saying 4-4-2. They're saying 4-3 3 doesn't work. But there you go. Jonsson scores. He is the better Jonsson. He is the better Jonsson. I think I'm in love. Good start. Paulson, by the way, is the backup right back. Is he about to play himself into contention? That'd be awkward. I already have one right back. Which side of the city am I from? So I'm not actually from the city, but half my family's from the red. Ah, well, that'd be obvious, wouldn't it? If half my family's from the blue side and I was on the red side, that'd be awkward. For Hausen, Carl, Haforsen, we're bloody good. We're bloody good. We're bloody good. I just missed my mouth with my water bottle. That's gone well, hasn't it? Two goals up. We're cruising. Oh, let's get a corner now. I want to be on cloud 9. Good Munson should have scored. How's the stream been so far? It's been good. Yeah, we're starting a new save game tonight. I don't normally stream quite as late as this, because, well, it's midnight. Most normal people go to bed at this time. But yeah, we're managing in Iceland. We were previously doing a save over in France. I talked about how good he was at right back. I thought maybe we're going to have problems at right back, and then he goes and does that. I'm fine. I'm calm. I'm calm, everyone. I'm calm. The key in these kind of situations with a red card is to remain calm, and I am definitely calm right now. What do we do? What do we do? You're such an idiot. You're such an idiot, Pelson. I'm fine. I'm not upset. I swear. I guess I sack off a striker. It's got to be the second best Jonsson that comes off. I got to sack off a striker. I don't really have a choice. It's half time. I forgot to pause the game. I've just lost all the changes. It's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. Right, the second best Jonsson, you can't stay on at right back. That ain't going to work. Jonsson's going to have... The other Jonsson. We're subbing off Jonsson for Jonsson. This is really going to get confused. The fact I have 3 players with the same name is like... I'm struggling to keep up. I hope you guys are following along. We've got striker Jonsson and right back Jonsson and the second best Jonsson. Now, right back Jonsson was a bit tired because he played in the cup game and ran around a lot. So I was only going to bring him on off the bench if I needed to. But Paulson's just been sent off. So we're going to take off the second best Jonsson, who's the second best striking Jonsson. But I'd hate Jonsson to bring on Jonsson. Got that? Capiche? Capiche, good. Maybe I should just buy all the Jonssons. That's a good idea. That would make things far more simple. What's been my favourite save ever? Oh, that is a question. I don't know if I have a favourite team ever, save ever. I try not to compare my FM saves to one another because I kind of enjoy them all in the moment. And then it's weird, right? Because I feel like whenever people talk about their favourite save game of mine, it's usually the first one that they watched, that they kind of discovered the channel through, be like on YouTube or Twitch. This has been a very uneventful game, but that's actually fine. More uneventfulness, please. Right, Asamerjan's coming on as well. But yeah, I don't know if I do have a favourite. I don't even know if I'd say Taolor's my favourite. Well, the one I probably look back on most fondly in terms of the in-game stuff is probably Gibraltar or Apex. Do I need to panic here? Do I need to panic? Like, obviously, Taolor for all the real-world stuff was cool. Like, different save games are cool in different ways. Since when do I have music in the background of my stream? So I've got it set up in a way where it's muted in the VOD, so I can play music that may not be copyrighted, but the detection doesn't pick it up, and it's not like present in the VOD. There's another highlight here. I've been doing it for about a month. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we? Sorry, I just want to. What is Hjalmarsson doing here? Right, watch this. Mate! Mate! Look at the defensive line! Wake up! He's out of position by about 20 yards. If we concede from this, I'm releasing him. I've decided. It's the only logical thing to do. Man's playing rugby. He's got to stay behind the ball. Oh, you did. I'm calm. Don't do anything stupid here, Hjalmarsson. I've just thrown you under the bus once. I'm getting a tank ready. I'm getting the engine fired up on the tank. I'm just gonna. I'm already time wasting, but let's just lower the tempo. We can hold on to the ball a little bit more now, you know. Lower the tempo, slower the passing. We'll stay on regroup, but we don't need to counter. No silly business here. We just chill a little bit. I've made tactical changes and a highlight has begun. This either means the tactical changes I made were disastrous and we're going to concede, or we score and I'm a genius. There is no in between. Asamerjan is an idiot, isn't it? What kind of idiotic manager signs a guy who played for Sunderland in the Premier League after being signed for 13 million and did nothing? Would have thought I'd look at Sunderland now and go, maybe that wasn't a good decision that they made back then. But here we are. He's on the pitch. I'm calm. I'm not calm. Oh, Jonsson, please make me calm. Asamerjan! I really, really wanted to believe he was going to score. I am fine. I am fine. 13 mil, not 30 mil. 30 mil for Jayan would be mad. I think it was it 13? 13.75. Didn't really work out, did it, when you look at the stats? We've won a game of football. Now, to be fair, our assistant manager playing against this team in the cup did win 3-1. So maybe my assistant's better than me. But it's a big win to start the season, and I'm nice and calm. And Gudmundsson, who is our captain, was immense. I realise he's our captain, but his leadership isn't good. Can we teach him to be a leader? Send him to leadership camp. It's going to cost £1,200. Do we have that? No. No, we don't. Well, that's fine. You know what? If we can spend the money, I guess we spend. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to remain positive today, everyone. I'm going to remain positive. Everything's fine. We've won our first game. Save the game, Jack. Remain calm. Right, gang. We are going to wrap things up there for today. Today's been fun, though. I've really been enjoying just kind of vibing and finding a new team and kind of falling in love with them. You know, I feel like that's one of the fun things about starting a new save game is kind of that discovery period. We are going to go and raid over to someone, though. Who shall we raid over to today? That is the question. Where do we go? Where do we go today? I raided Breezy not that long ago. You know what? Huckleberry Finn's live. Let's go and raid over to him. But yeah, gang, I really appreciate everyone hanging out. Yeah, I stay prod. Thank you for joining the stream today. Appreciate it. Send Ollie my love if you see him soon. I don't get to see him much at the moment because I'm south of London. But when I was in London the other week, I caught up with him. Chat, today's been really fun though. Obviously, if you didn't catch Park to Prem earlier, it was a triple header, half an hour long episode. Perfect to go to bed listening to if you're planning to go to bed now. We're going to go and show Huckleberry Finn a load of love. Make sure to let him know that I sent you, although he'll know that because that's how raids work. Yeah, it's been so long since I last streamed, I've forgotten how it all works, apparently. Anyway, we're going to wrap things up there for today. Thank you for hanging out, gang. We're back on Monday with more of this. We've, of course, got the SCS League. You can find out more over on Discord. Once again, Super Club Soccer are sponsoring the streams at the moment. Free-to-play game available on Steam. Check it out. It's not a big download. There's a tutorial to play through. It's a turn-based football game. If you like your strategy, you might have good fun with it. Anyway, we're going to raid over to Finn. I'll see you over there. Take care, and yeah, have a lovely weekend.